Jesus is real, but you devils taught lies on Christ. So many lies that when we come with the truth, people think that the lies is the truth and that the truth is the lie.
Who changed the truth for God into a lie? In English, Jesus Christ, in Hebrew, is Yahweh Shai. So do or die. The immaculate conception is deception, along with the myth of giving gifts on December 25th. Christmas is Satan's clause, the birth of Nimrod, and not the son of God. To you was kinda odd. On the Passover, Christ was born in the spring. So now we bring the truth about the King of Kings. That's Black Jesus and not Caesar Borgias. And the facts can't be changed. It's all about the Most High. It's all about Yahweh Shai. It's all about the Most High. It's all about Yahweh Shai. It's all about the Most High. It's all about Yahweh Shai. It's all about the Most High. It's all about Yahweh Shai. It's all about the Most High.
Shalom. Shalom. All right, let's do it again. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom, everybody online. Thanks for joining us for another live class with the Israelite School of Biblical History and Practical Knowledge. I'm Priest Quatzazop. We're located at 8524 South Braeswood Boulevard, Houston, Texas, 77071. Class times are Monday and Wednesday from 7 to 10 p.m., Friday 6 to 9 p.m., Saturday morning Sabbath class from 10 to 2. And then we have our kids class every Sunday from 2 to 3 p.m. Okay? If you're in the Houston area, if you're local, feel free to join us for those times. We'd love to have you. Bring yourself in a good spirit. Okay? If you're in the San Antonio, Texas areas, Albuquerque, New Mexico, or Austin, Texas area, and you'd like to be a part of class, just contact us. We'll get you the information for class, the times, the days. Okay? With class, we also have our Blog Talk Radio show brought to you by the brother Mashaba out in Albuquerque. That's every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, starting at about 9:30 a.m. You can catch that on blogtalkradio.com/Mashaba, M-A-S-H-A-B-A, M-A-S-H-A-H-B-A. All right, blogtalkradio.com/Mashaba. Look out for the Hidden Truth Cable Show. That's going to be every Saturday at 8:30 on Comcast Local Channel 17. You can stream it live on hmstv.org. Okay, that's every Saturday. That's coming up. We already got one of our first videos out where it's us proving emphatically that the tribe of Issachar are the so-called Mexicans today. Okay, so that video is on our Israelite School of Biblical History and Practical Knowledge page. Okay, so make sure you like, share, subscribe. You can catch us here live on Facebook. Okay, you can catch us here live on YouTube at ISBHPK. So make sure you like, share, subscribe that. Make sure you Facebook followers, make sure you like the school page, which is Israelite School of Biblical History and Practical Knowledge on Facebook. Share the link. Let's get it out to as much people as possible. We have our 5 Minutes of Wisdom channel. Okay, that's 5 Minutes of Wisdom. That's on YouTube. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, as well as the ISB HPK Kids, where we pre-record all the kids' classes, then we upload them. Okay, so if you have any kids under 12, they can check those channels out. For any garments, you can go on Facebook and type in or search Israel Wear, one word, and you contact the sisters and they'll make you any garments that you need. Anything pertaining to a garment. So headbands, armbands, tunics, pants, fringe, shirts fringed, If you need a pocketbook fringe, they'll do it. All right, they'll throw the fringes on anything. So if you need anything like that made, I know it's early, but we're coming up on it. Passover is about to be in a couple of months. So you're going to start hearing us talk about Passover. We got to talk about it early because we got a lot to do during Passover. So I'm just throwing the bug in everybody's ear now about Passover. If you want to be in unison with us, we'll get all the information out about that. But just contact us for any garments. If you need to reach a teacher, you can reach Priest Kazakia at 281-707-2737. Text only during class, please. Other than that, you can call us at any time. You can reach me at 303-557-8979. Text only during class. You can email us any questions or concerns at isbhpk@isbhpk.org. Phones on silent, please. Yeah, if you're gonna email us, you can do that. For any donations, first of the month is here. So anyone that vowed to help out with the school rent, make sure you get that in as soon as possible, please, and thank you. We appreciate all those that have been giving so far. It's a big help in keeping the school running, keeping everything flowing the way it should. So if you vowed that vow, get that in as soon as you can. And any other form of contribution is welcome. It's needed. Any books, pens, papers, clothes, anything for the homeless that we can give away to them. We have a lot of homeless brothers and sisters that come to the school looking for food and things like that. Clothes, toothbrushes, toothpaste, just the basic essentials. So you want to donate those things, you can send them to the school. Any monetary donations, those are welcome and needed also. You can, she'll put the Wells Fargo account number as well as the Google Wallet, okay, for your monetary, you want to give any alms, anything like that, okay? What we'll do, we got a good topic today. It's a very needed topic. But what I'm gonna do is, we're gonna try to take one question. We're gonna do one question. If y'all got anything online, we're not gonna go deep into questions because we want to do this topic. So, if you got any questions online, if you got a question online something quick that we can answer, there it is. As I said it, question popped in. So let's read. It says, question. Everyone says not to eat Chinese food because the meat is not real. If the meat wasn't real, wouldn't you get sick? Or because you have eaten it for a while, your body is immune to it already? Well, I mean, you kind of answered your question within the question. Now, yeah, they say don't eat Chinese food because the meat's not real. Well, you can, is it the Chinese that, like, for some reason only them don't have real meat? I mean, we got to think about it. Why would we just segregate it down to one nationality of people? Well, I know why. Because the thought is that Chinese food is dogs, rats, cats, right? Huh? Fetuses, right? You know, they have the stories about 100 million tons of meat coming from China that was found to be rat meat. I don't know how true that story is. I don't know I haven't went in and researched to see if these, if that story is true. Now, the one thing we got to realize, go to Deuteronomy real quick. The one thing we got to realize is that all the nations, we depend on all the nations for our food. That's a curse. That's part of the curses. So we can't dumb it down to just one nation or segregate it down to one, like only the Chinese is giving us bad food. Listen, they all giving us bad food because we're under the oppression of the nations. Deuteronomy 28, 50, 40, 48. Yep. 47. Deuteronomy. So let's get this point clear real quick. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 47. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 47.
Right.
Because thou servest not the Most High thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart.
Right.
For the abundance of all things.
Right. So since we didn't want to serve the Most High with joyfulness and gladness when he brought us out of Egypt, brought us into the wilderness, fed us with manna, you know, gave us water from a rock, parted the Red Sea, put the plagues on the Egyptians, pulled us out of slavery numerous amount of times, even after this, when you go through and you read about the whole time in Joshua and Judges, man, we was in slavery to the Moabites, the Amalek, we was, you know, the Philistines, we was constantly being enslaved to these other nations. So because we didn't want to serve the Most High, go ahead. Verse 48, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies. So obviously we know, we don't got to go super deep into it, but we know we're in servitude to our enemies. Now, if I'm someone's enemy, and you got to look at the way the nations deal with us. They know that we're the enemy. So what are you going to do to your enemy? You're going to try to eradicate them. I mean, besides openly slaughtering us out in the streets and pulling us out of cars and shooting us, there's other ways that they try to get to us. Watch, read. Which the Lord shall send against thee. Right. In hunger. In what? In hunger. Let's deal with that in hunger. Now they know they know that we gotta eat, right? They can't just put a famine on the children of Israel and that just be lawful. They can't just say, oh, we're gonna let them starve, and no. There's laws against that, right? Even Esau got his laws against, like, you can't just let a whole nation of people starve in America, right? They do it in other countries, but so how do they get us with the hunger? Well, they prop up a Chinese food spot in every hood. They pop up a Middle Eastern bodega in every hood. They pop up a liquor store in every hood. You know, they throw in, you know, the Key Food, the Kroger, you know, the Fiesta. You know, they put these spots in every hood and they sell us the downgraded. Think about it. Where we at right now? We in Sharpstown. Where's the Whole Foods at? Highway 6. Where's the Sprouts? I had to drive damn near across town to get to Whole Foods this morning. And I don't even live in the hood, but ain't no Whole Foods close. You know, to get the good supplements and the good dietary things that you need, I can't just go down the block. I gotta go to the somewhat uppity neighborhood. So they're giving you all the things that are lesser in value, the food, the drink, you know, and they make it cheap. You know, I remember in my day, you know, back in my day, you hit the corner store and you get you a 50 cent, you know, you get you a quarter water, right? 25-cent little drink, you call it a quarter water. You get one of them. You get you your annihilators, you get you your bag of your Funyuns, your bag of chips, whatever. 25 cent, 50 cent. You leave out the bodega, man, you got $2. You leave out of there feeling like you eating good. You got a sack full of just goodies, but nothing is nutritional. You know, you hit the Wendy's, you go get the whole menu for $18. But try to go get you something healthy. Try to get that salad. Why is the salad costing $8? But I can get 8 burgers. The burgers got lettuce and tomatoes. Why does it cost $1? They got lettuce, tomatoes, bread, and meat. I can get it for $1. But a salad of lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and some raggedy croutons costs $8. Oh, I know, it's the fancy dressing, right? So you got to see, they're automatically programmed. You know, when you read Psalms 83, it says the nations conspire against us to make us not a nation. Now, how do I keep you dumb, deaf, blind, and stupid? You know, obviously they're killing us. But they feed us certain things from our youth up. If I'm hooked on quarter waters my whole life, what's that gonna do? That's gonna make me hyperactive. If I'm hooked on I remember like the big thing was like the blow pops back in the day. And then they came up with that blue blow pop, and they found out that the yellow 5 or the yellow 6 or the blue color that caused cancer. But we was in the hood, man, getting those for 5, 10 cent, 15 cent blow pops. You get 2 for 3 of them for 25 cent. You just dip in the little jar, you get that dude 50 cent, and you was good. Whole mouth blue. You chew the gum on the inside, but imagine if you did that from the age of 5 to the damn age of 20. What that did to your mouth, your teeth, your gums, your insides. So I'm not even hitting the meat yet. I'm hitting just the things they give us as far as the supplementary things that we think is good because they're cheap. Now let's deal with the meat. You know, you in the hood, you getting your boar's head ham. You know, you getting all your little deli cuts. Think about it. You get a hero sandwich for $2.50. Bag of chips, all that for $5. But how good of quality is the meat? You know, it ain't just about the Chinese people. It's all the things around us that if you ain't cooking it, be aware of it. And even if you gotta go buy it from a grocery store, still be aware. You go to the butcher, still be aware. Why? Because they have meat coloring, they got meat glue. The butchers will tell you, man, you gotta watch these documentaries where they'll have the meat sitting there. I mean, you think because they slaughtered a cow, it gotta get bought right then and there? They slaughter that cow and some of those cuts sit for days and weeks. And what do? Ooh, starting to turn a little yellow, starting to turn a little gray. Because that's what beef does. It starts to gray out. What do? They put that blood coloring in it. They just throw some blood on it to liven it up. And you look like, oh, that's a prime cut. You go buy that, eat it, you get sick because the meat's been sitting there getting this worms, getting this disease. So it ain't just the Chinese. The white man does it the best. He got meat glue. He'll glue together 2 pieces of meat. Got you thinking you eating filet mignon. When you just eating like a lesser cut of the meat. You got to watch these documentaries. So yeah, you see how she got that they just throw some blood on it, man, and got that meat looking real nice and pink. And you take it home, cook it, and then you got Ebola, and you wondering like, why am I sick? What's going on? Well, go to Job 9:24 real quick. This is why. Yeah, the grocery stores, the grocery stores ain't no better. This is what the grocery stores will do to you. You know what they'll do? They'll have the meat sitting there, and it'll sit there for weeks. And you know what they'll do? They'll put it in the sales little bin. And they'll put a little label like, need to use this as soon as possible. Y'all have seen it where the meat is a lower price. It's like, wait a minute, why is that piece of salmon $10 less than this piece? Well, because this piece just came in today, and this piece over here been sitting for a week. So now it's losing color, it's losing freshness. It got a more rank smell, but that's where you get your disease from. But a lot of people don't even tell you that this meat has been sitting longer than this. They'll just mix it all in. Like, yeah, this is today's fresh caught. This is today's catch, the catch of the day, right? And then what do? You buy it thinking you're getting a good deal because it's from the grocery store. Grocery stores is wicked as hell too. They ain't just the Chinese, they ain't just the white man, they ain't just grocery stores. They got to make a bottom line too. So they'll sell you, especially in our hoods, man, they'll sell us the lower end of the produce, your vegetables. I brought some strawberries. I brought some strawberries the other day. They set out for a day. They all went rotten. I'm mad as hell. I'm like, damn. My rib was like, yeah, I had to throw away your strawberries. I'm like, why? I just bought those. Just bought those on Friday. I just bought those on Wednesday or maybe yesterday. I don't remember. They're already bad and moldy. I'm like, wow. I couldn't get some strawberries that last like 2-3 days. I could make a smoothie. Nope. I bought those on Tuesday. I remember I bought those on Tuesday. Today's Friday. They already molded. So, you got to see, but why? Why does this happen? Why is it that, we eat certain foods? And she said it. Are we immune to the bad meat? The fact that it's bad or not good? Well, it's the quality of the meat. Think about something like tilapia. They say, tilapia or anything that's really farm raised. What do they got to do? Well, things that are farm raised are raised in a bulk quantity where there's a lot of sickness and disease. So now what do they have to do? Pump the animals with antibiotics. So now when you eat that, what's happening to you? You become immune to antibiotics. So you go get sick, you get a cold, you got to get a stronger strain of antibiotics to fight. I mean, come on, man, the common cold should last a few days. Some of us are here dying from the common cold 2 weeks later. And you taking all the NyQuil, you got to go to the doctor to get antibiotics for a cold, and that's not working? Well, because your body, from what you eat, is used to the antibiotics, is used to the bad foods. But read Job 9:24.
Job chapter 9 and verse 24.
This is what we always have to remember. If we were given it over into our enemies in hunger and thirst, clothing, want of all things, and our enemies run the world, we got to remember this about our enemies. Read.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Yeah. Even the children of Israel being in the earth. The earth and all the things in the earth were given into the hands of the wicked. So you got to remember that. You were given over into the hands of the wicked. Because now you got to go to them for everything. You think they're going to give us the best of anything? What do they promote? If you want to deal with the clothing, they promote to your children, you know, it's about spandex and tight clothes and lingerie. Wear your lingerie out in public. There's no secret no more. Victoria ain't got no secret. The secret's out. So, you know, you got to understand these things, man. Who feeds us? I don't care where you go. If you go to a restaurant that's not Israelite ran, and I mean like an Israelite that knows what the hell, that he's an Israelite and knows the dietary laws, think about it. You got cats talking about, I'm about to go to Benihana, and they get all hype about going to Benihana. Yeah, but that whole spot is unlawful. Why? Because they cook the pork, the shrimp, the lobster. They cook it all right there. You think you good because you ordering chicken. You think you good because I got chicken. I got beef. I'm keeping the law. Right? But that whole instrument that they cooked on should have been broken down. Anything that touched that pig should have been destroyed. So that whole, that they make it a grill and a table, and that's how Benihana is set up. They got the grill in the middle. They got the man standing there cooking, and you sit around it. And you watch them cook all the abominations on that one grill. And you think what? Because they disinfected is good? We weren't supposed to eat from that grill. So if you go into Benihana's and you think that, oh, I'm keeping the law because I'm eating something lawful, you're not. You're not keeping the law. You're actually letting them fool you into breaking the law. You know, it's all these different instances, man, with the food that we got to watch out. Again, if you ain't cooking it, you got to be careful. I mean, it's to the point if you're not raising it. If you ain't raising it in your backyard, which I'm not telling everybody to go out and go get their own cows or go get your own chickens. But I'm just saying we got to be mindful. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So the wicked they don't give a damn about you keeping the law. They don't care about that. They care about their bottom line. They care about making money. They don't care who gets sick. Because if they cared, then the food quality would be higher. There would be less outbreaks of E. coli and Ebola. There would be less outbreaks of foodborne diseases. There would be better handling. I mean, we talk about it all the time, the way they handle the eggs, the way they handle produce, the way they grow it, the way it's, the way the chicken farms. For them, excuse me, it's all about quantity and not quality. If they cared about you, they would tell you, listen, they would tell you the proper way to diet. They would tell you about cleansing. So, again, if you're not buying it, be careful for it. Chinese food, listen, I grew up in New York where there was a Chinese spot on every block. You wanted a quick little meal for cheap, that's what you hit. You get you 4 wings for $1. You get you some fries, that's another $1. They had some good tasting ketchup. You smear it all in there and you were good. You didn't question it. You never seen a meat truck pull up to a Chinese spot in the hood though. I know that, I don't remember that. So where did they get their meat from? But I mean, come on, you knew that they was giving you chicken wings. But think about this. Think about this. They say that we've been in a famine for years, for 30 plus years, that we've been eating think about it, the GMO food is genetically modified, so it's made in a lab. They can GMO anything. The wicked can GMO anything. They GMO you. They make a clone of you. Right? And think that it's all good.
I don't know if you have been paying attention to the commercials. They got an AI commercial about artificial intelligence.
Right.
Saying that they done found ways now through AI to mass produce the food now.
Well, yeah. Because think about this. Think about this. When you can go and start your car with your phone, when you can turn off your blinds with your phone, they call it automation. Home automation they call it automation, but that's a form of artificial intelligence. That's taking the human element out of doing things. So yeah, they got AI, but more importantly, what are they making? Are they using the AI to milk cows and no, they're using that to produce and bring forth this genetically modified whatever we eat. I wouldn't be surprised if we eating clone chicken. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, look how fat and plump they are. Look how thick. When you look at a chicken back in the 50s and 60s, it was half the size, fully grown. It's half the size of what we get now. And they took a lot longer to grow. A chicken back then was what? I think it took
like 3 months.
I think it was like 4 to 6 months to fully mature from hatchling to a full-grown chicken. Now you get that in 2 months, man. They plump them up so nice. They hit them with the hormones. Somebody help them. They hit them with the hormones. They hit them with all the growth. But that's GMO. They're genetically modifying these animals. And then we eat it, but we're eating everything that's within that. So, yeah, of course we're immune. Of course we're immune to certain things. This is how you know you're immune. You know what you do? Go on a sugarless diet for a week. Go on a sugarless diet for a week and watch the withdrawal symptoms that you go through. Listen, I haven't had sugar in 3 days and I'm feeling it. I haven't had sugar in 3 days and I'm sitting here like, wow. But go for a week and you'll see that your body is so used to having something, you don't even recognize it. You don't recognize that, and then when you look at the labels on everything, you look at the label on your bread, sugar. You look at the label on your cereal, sugar. You look at the labels. Look at the labels. They put sugar in everything to keep you what? Keep you addicted to it. Keep you wired. Listen, my mind right now, I got a little slight headache because no sugar. You go through those symptoms of not having something, but once you get past that, you realize that, whoa, I didn't need that much sugar. That was killing me. High fructose corn syrup, we're addicted to that. We're addicted to that on a level beyond anything. You don't even know. There's high fructose corn syrup. You think you're eating healthy. You get your greens. You get all your salad ready, right? You chop everything up, smelling good. And then you hit that with that salad dressing. Check the back. High fructose corn syrup on a lot. Now, I'm not saying all. You can get the ones that are real natural. But high fructose corn syrup is in the salad dressing. It's in your, what are you drinking right now? Gatorade? Is it in there?
I didn't see it, man.
They probably disguised the name. But there's high fructose in everything, man. They replaced that with natural cane sugars. What's up, Arya? You got something to say?
It's the truth.
Oh, you looking like you had some, like you had an epiphany.
That's true.
And Zion is going through a whole health class. I don't want to hit his class because he got to finish that. But, I mean, he's going to go into all this. The high fructose, the alkaline, the meats. If I do my meat, I try to do halal meat most of the time. I mean, but that's hard. Wendy's ain't serving halal meat. Burger King ain't giving you halal meat. The Chinese food, they definitely ain't giving you no halal. They don't care about that. They just care about hurry up and buy. That's all they care about. They care about what's your order. Right? They don't give a damn about nothing sanitary and cleansed and clean. You know what's sad? When you watch the Chinese, when you watch the Japanese, when you watch them eat, the food they give you, they don't even eat. I got to tell you something. All that gravy, when you go up to the chops, when you go up to Kung Fu, what is it, Panda Express?
Timmy Chan's.
When you go to Timmy Chan's, bro, they don't eat that. When they got like orange chicken full with gravy and lemon chicken, they don't eat all that gravy. They eat plain white rice and fish. So how come they're hitting you with the orange chicken? How come they're hitting you with the Kung Pao chicken? The General Tso? Why are they hitting you with, but I'm talking about, there's nothing wrong with the chicken, but the way they dress the chicken with all that sweet sugar and gravy. Why do they give that to us in the hood, but they don't eat that? They be eating regular little fish and white rice. And they live to about 1,000 years old, and you're dying at 30. You're dying at 15. But, I mean, we gotta see it. Why is there one Chinese food in every hood? Well, because, again, Deuteronomy 28 tells us that they're going to feed us. They're going to feed you. They're going to clothe you. They're going to get you drunk. They're going to get you nice and fat, high blood pressure. They're going to kill you. You got to remember, the war on Israel is there. The tumult in Psalms 83, it wasn't just, we're going to pull you out of cars. We're going to kill you from the time you're born, from the time that you're a sperm, swimming to that egg. If your parents weren't eating right, guess what? You are already doomed. You are already shaping in iniquity. That's in that sense. Y'all understand that, right? That if your parents didn't eat right, what were you a product of? Their bad eating. So now you came out addicted to what? All the things that they ate, all the sugar, all the alcoholism. You know, when they say things are genetic and they are passed down genetically, like alcoholism, they kind of are. If you're a product of your father constantly drinking alcohol, and that sperm and all that stuff is made up of what is the intake of that parent, all that blood. What do you think you're gonna be when you grow up? You're gonna have some of that in you. Some of that is gonna want to be a part of you. Y'all understand that? And I know I'm going a little bit deeper, but you're made up of what your parents are, right? You're made up of that blood, that water. Think about it. If your dad's just rum and liquor his whole adult life, and then you come swimming out, you swam to that egg, halfway faded. I mean, now you got an addiction. It ain't no different if your mom was a crackhead. You came out with a crack addiction. If your parents all about eating bad foods and meat, the high fructose, the sugar, that's what you're gonna want as a child. That's why our kids, they come out, the first thing they know is McDonald's and candy. How do they recognize that? Well, they get it some way, it's passed through us. So again, I don't want to go into a whole health class, but, and I know we want to hit this class. So hopefully I answered the question about the meats. Remember, it's not just the Chinese. It's all the nations that gotta feed us. If you don't buy it, if you don't raise it, if you don't grow it, you gotta be careful of it. Okay, I'm not saying that eating meat is wicked, fruits and vegetables wicked, gotta say that, but just be careful of what you consume. Jeremiah.
Is that why the Most High tell us when we go to the stops, like, don't ask no questions for our country's sake?
You talking about in Corinthians?
I think so.
Well, that was talking about well, find it what you're talking about. I don't want to. Because if you're talking about the one in Corinthians, that was talking about, like, if I went to this brother's house, I wouldn't have to be like, if he served me some food, I don't got to sit there and worry, like, hey, is this pork? Because he knows not to eat pork, and he's not going to serve me pork or anything that's defiled. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. That's what the first thing that came to my mind. But, I mean, find what you're talking about. We can dice it up in that. You want to go?
Yeah.
Let's get into this class. Y'all got to pay attention, especially you children. Y'all got to pay attention. It's a good class for y'all. What are we titling this one? What you got there?
Question. No. What was the first scripture that we did?
Deuteronomy 28 and 50 and 46.
47.
47? Yeah, Deuteronomy 28, 47.
Okay, let's go right into this. Go to Ecclesiastes 11 and 9. And you can title this class, Raising Children in the Truth. You can do it like that. And the reason why this topic came about is a lot of brothers, a lot of sisters have children that are growing up in the truth and starting to be of that age. They starting to be teenagers. And they don't know how to deal with them. They don't know how to function with them. They don't know how to get to their head. They don't understand that they're doing things that they don't supposed to be doing. So the kids, these teenagers also got to know that what they're doing and all the things they're doing on the low, is going to be consequences for that. So let's start there. Ecclesiastes 11 verse 9.
Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 9. Rejoice, O young man, in thy youth, and let thy heart cheer thee in the days of thy youth.
Right. Now, when he's saying this, he's saying it in the context of a reminder of what consequences are going to be. He's saying it in the context of, go ahead and, be a child. Go ahead and do those things. Go ahead.
God. And walk in the ways of thine heart.
Right, because we know that walking according to your heart is what? Folly. Is wrong. So you got to understand the context he's saying it. He's saying, okay, you're going to do that. You're going to be young-minded. You're going to be young-spirited, right? You're going to live in this life and deal like a child, deal like a fool. Okay? Go ahead and do that. Because, give me that one too.
It's Proverbs.
Let's go there real quick.
Proverbs 22:15.
Proverbs chapter 22, verse 15. Me and Colin, y'all got it?
God.
Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 15.
Right.
Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child.
Yeah, so that's why Ecclesiastes, he's saying, yeah, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do the things that you think is life, is joy, is happiness, is greatness, right? And all the things you really see on TV, because that's where it comes from.
Yeah, all your Instagram, all your Snapchat,
right?
All your Facebook. He's saying do those things. Do those things. Follow. Think about it. What does a child do, man? What does a child do? Because children don't really know too much. But what do? They follow what they see. So he's saying, yeah, do those things. Follow after your youth. But the scripture does say, read it again.
Verse 15. Foolishness is bound in the hearts of a child.
So what are those things that a child is going to do? They're going to do foolishness. It's not in the context of, follow a great path or follow the doctor.
Right.
Most importantly, follow the example of your parents. Follow the example, the righteous examples around you. So it's almost like a mocking.
Yeah.
It's almost in a mocking tone, like, you got to follow your youth. Follow your foolishness.
Exactly.
Follow that.
Right.
And follow other fools.
Right. Because the consequences of that, especially when you become a teenager and conscious, you're going to pay for those things. But we're going to get there. Go ahead and read that.
God,
read it one more time.
Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child.
Go ahead.
But the rod of correction shall drive it far from him.
Right. And, we're not going to go through a lot of those scriptures because we've been over that. We know, beat your child. But this is a little more mature for the mature ones. Well, my son, he's 8. He's 9. What is it? 10? 9? 9. Your son is how old?
5.
5. You're going to probably put the belt to them. But your child is how old?
7 and 5.
No, you're Tiano.
Oh, 15.
She's 15, right? And she's as big as you. So, not saying she can't get the belt, right? But you're going to deal with her in a little different manner. So, we're not going to go over the ones about the beating them and all those things, because it's coming into the age of the Most High is going to beat them. They're coming into that age that they're going to have to deal with their consequences. Now, yes, this class is about children. Keep in mind, there's a lot of you men and women that are still children in your mind. So if you think this doesn't apply to you, just think about all the consequences and the things that you have to suffer because of your childhood mentality. So yeah, we're talking to the parents how to raise kids, and we're talking to these teenagers, but there's some brothers that are still in a teenager mind. They still in high school mentality. I want to live free. I never had a parent there to check me, keep me in line, keep me in check, or to guide me the right way. So, I had this freedom. Or I did have a parent there to check me and guide me, and all I was bitter and angry at the control and the order and the things that kept me in line, right? And then when I got free, what did I do? I went out there and did what my heart, did what my mind said. You didn't go according to the commandments and the laws. So the scriptures say foolishness is bound in the heart of a child. And where do they get this foolishness from? They get it from children. Where you at, Arya?
Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12.
Write this down. They get it from children. You know, the foolishness that you get and everything that you teenagers are getting, you're not getting, that's not you. That's not yourself. You're getting this from TV, from radio, right? From the bad examples your parents were before they got the truth, right? You're not getting this from the righteous. You're not getting this from real parents that are standing up for holiness and truth. You're getting this from all the bad Netflix series, the TV shows, the different concepts you're learning on TV, right? So where are you getting this from? Read that.
Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12.
Go ahead.
As for my people, children are their oppressors.
Yeah, so it says foolishness is bound in the heart of a child. And guess what the oppressor is? A big kid. Children. Children are oppressors. So everything that our children are learning, when you watch the Netflix series, you're learning that from a wicked child. And you're growing up looking at these concepts and themes and ideas. And guess what happens? You start to be like the characters on TV and on movies and on cartoons, right? And you start to think like them and feel like them. It taps into your feelings. You know, you're like, damn, I feel like that. I feel like I'm a loner. I feel like, my parents don't understand me. I feel like, man, I'm not getting what I want in this relationship. Y'all not understanding that the Most High is showing us that you need as a child, you need as a parent to understand how to guide your mind according to the Bible. How to guide your mind according to the scriptures. It don't matter what age you are. Y'all understand this?
God.
Everything we learn, you learned it from this wicked society, this wicked kingdom. Go ahead.
And women rule over them.
And what?
And women rule over them.
Right, and women rule over. So read it from the top one more time. Then we're going to jump back to Ecclesiastes.
Isaiah 3 and 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors.
What?
Children are their oppressors. And women rule over them.
Right. Children are their oppressors. And that's where you're learning these things from. You're not learning them from your parents. You're not learning the way of life, righteousness, and holiness from TV and movies and cartoons and radio.
And Snapchat.
And
Instagram.
If you want to know where a person is in their mind and how childish they are and how slow they are and how selfish they are and how mentally disturbed they are, just watch their Facebook. You can see if a person's about pride and ego because they'll be on Facebook. Yeah, look at me, nigga. I got this, I got that. That's what the kids are doing, right?
God.
Yeah, look at me. I got this, I got that. Whoopie whoop. Look, I got this money. Right, you're vain. Vainglory. You want to see them depressed? You know, what was it? The depressed thing, they start throwing the depressed texts. Right? And they're the ones that down the road are going to commit suicide on Facebook Live.
Oh, yeah, the big thing was the FML.
Right.
That was like the big thing like for a while, like FML.
Right.
F my life.
Right.
Everybody was on that, like FML.
Yeah.
You can see a person's bipolarism.
There you go.
You want to see if somebody's mentally unstable? One day, they're on Facebook. It's a beautiful day. God loves me. The next day, it's like, oh, I want to just kill myself. No one loves me. No one likes me. Y'all all hate me. No one's here for me. I see it all the time, man. I be scrolling through Facebook. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with y'all? Y'all need Jesus. But you know what's sad? A lot of it is these young parents.
Yeah.
This generation got a lot of You know,
children having children.
We're considered young parents. We're in our 40s with teens. You know, back in the day, you would have a child around 5 or 6 or 10 when you're in your 40s. So we're younger parents, and we're in the know. We're in the social media.
Yeah.
We know about fashion and electronics. So, but think about if you don't have no wisdom.
Right.
Think about if your mind is off and you're into the cars, the clothes, the hoes, the TV, smoking blunts.
Yep.
Think about how many little 5-year-olds out there smoking blunts because their 17-year-old dad was smoking blunts too.
Yep.
Think about how many little Facebook harlots and Snapchat hoes is out there because why? Moms is getting dressed in the mirror in her bra.
Yep.
And Snapchatting it to the homegirls, and then, you know, her little 5-year-old daughter was looking.
Right. Her 5-year-old son is.
5-year-old son is looking like, oh, that's what she.
Yep.
That's what she out here doing.
That's what type of woman I need.
Yeah, that's what I need.
A boy.
Right, and that's what I gotta be.
Right.
That's how I get men. You see, so we gotta see, man. You know, especially in our generation, man, we gotta really tighten up. We gotta tighten up our foolishness and the things that we pass on to our children, even subconsciously.
Yeah.
A lot of it be subconscious. You just in the mirror and you just snapping away, and you're not thinking nothing of it. But what perception does it push off to your child? What perception does it push off to your son? The way you talk to your woman, you yelling and screaming at her, raising your voice all the time, being a lion in your house. That's what your son is gonna think. That everything has to be a yelling match. So your 5-year-old son, I gotta be careful of everything I do in front of this guy. Because he picks up on everything and he wants to do everything. We gotta be careful with our daughters, man. The way we talk to the women, the way we talk about women. The women that we want around us. Y'all all want supermodel, you know, some certain type of chick around you to what? That puts in your daughter's head that this is how I gotta look for a man to be around me. I gotta make sure I got no body fat. I gotta make sure my hair is nice and long and blonde. We gotta be careful, man, because you know, especially with these girls, they get all silent.
Yeah.
They get and they hold things in and they observe and they say, wow, that's what I gotta be. You know, you got these 10-year-old girls, they're 10, they're 11, 12, 13, 15, talking about I'm fat.
Right. Yeah.
How are you fat at 15 and you're really not?
Yeah.
You weigh 2 pounds wet.
Well, they start talking like their parents. They start emulating
their
parents and grown-ups and start thinking they're grown. That's why we got a generation right now that think they're grown. And they don't understand that to be grown, you're going to have to deal with the consequences.
The grown-up consequences, yeah.
Right. Read that again, Ecclesiastes 11 and 9.
Ecclesiastes chapter 11 and verse 9. Rejoice, O young man,
right,
in thy youth.
Right. O young man and O young girl. Right. The scripture's reminding us, go ahead and rejoice. Go ahead.
In thy youth.
Read.
And let thy heart cheer in the days of thy youth.
Right. Read.
And walk in the ways of thy heart.
Right. Now we know the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. So, like, we're going to reiterate that he's telling us that that's not a good thing. He's going to remind you, you doing these things according to your heart and how you feel, there's going to be hurt and pain. And that's what you're going to see. Go ahead.
And in the sight of thine eyes.
Right.
But know thou.
But what?
But know thou.
But know what?
Thou.
Read.
That for all these things, the Most High will bring thee into judgment.
Wait, read that one more time for them. Come on.
But know thou,
right,
that for all these things.
All what things? All the foolishnesses that you think are good. All the acting out. All the disobedience. You know, it's not good things. He ain't gonna bring you into judgment for anything that you're doing good. It's all the disrespect, all the not listening, all the talking back, all the rebuttals. All the why do I gotta do this? Why do I gotta do that? How come this? How come that? All the questioning your parents. It's all these things. All the, yeah, I can't wait till I get up out of here because I'm gonna do what I do. Or I can't wait to move out. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all got, you know, I talked to y'all about this on Saturday. Y'all should be happy that you have parents that are willing to sacrifice time, you know, money, effort for y'all to have a better life than they had. You know, y'all sit on the phones and what do y'all do on the phones? This foolishness. But guess what? Your parents, I didn't have no phone growing up. I had to pay for my own phone. If I wanted a cell phone, I had to pay for that. 16 paying bills. Some of y'all been having phones from a young age, and then you abuse the privilege. Whether it be I'm gonna be attached to the phone like it's my umbilical cord, and without it I'm gonna die, or I'm gonna just be on there talking reckless, talking not the way your parents taught you to talk.
So we got to teach them and show them how to use these utensils correctly. You know, that means you have to be disciplined and ordered in your mind and your spirit how to use your phone. You know, they got to make sure you're not, like, you look at your Snapchat and it's full during the day. Then your kids are on your Snapchat and they're going to see what?
That's what she does.
Yeah, that's what she does. So I'm going to do that. So it gotta be by example. Now, remember, this is a 2-portion class. This is talking to the children, but it's also talking to the parents how to deal with the children. So the first part we're talking about is that you are going to pay for your consequences as kids. I tell it to my kids all the time. Craig, go to Ezekiel 9:4. Let's read that one. Somebody else get that while Ariel holds where he's at. Ezekiel 9 verse 4. Read that.
Ezekiel chapter 9 and verse 4.
Go ahead. You listen. If I move fast, write the scripture down. Then you can go back and get the scripture. Okay? So he's at Ezekiel 9 verse 4. Read that.
And the Most High said unto him, go through the midst of the city.
Right.
Through the midst of Jerusalem.
Right.
And set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
So God wants us to go set this word in the minds of the people that are sick and tired for all the crooked, chaotic, hurt, pain, suffering that's going on out here in this world. Now, like I was saying to my kids, you're sheltered from a lot of that. You know, they walk in a good neighborhood. I said, you know what we need to do with y'all? We need to put your ass in the hood so you won't even worry about Snapchat. Those little black girls be pulling your damn hair out, punching you in the face.
Put you in A-leaf?
Yeah, put them over there.
Put you in A-leaf?
Why? Because they don't like your hair. You think you cute. So they just you come home with a bloody nose every day. Because you guys are naive to really what's going on in the world. You know, and this is where you don't understand. You're sending pictures to strangers. You're setting or you're giving everybody your Snapchat, right? You talking to random people. You're letting them consume your mind and your thoughts. You're the type of daughter. You're the type of boy to be kidnapped by a damn child molester because he got on there and said that he was 13. See, but this is what the Most High is saying, that go set a mark of this word in the minds that are crying against that. Go ahead.
And to the others, he said in mine hearing,
right?
Go ye after him,
right?
Through the city,
right?
And smite,
right? So everybody else, when Christ comes back, because we know the smiting ain't yet to the point to where we're doing it. Right now, the Spirit is smiting. The Spirit and the repercussions of what you do, the Spirit is going out there and checking you. So you think you're slick, sly, cunning, and crafty, doing stuff on the low. The Spirit's going to be sent out and check you. You better talk to some of these grown-ups. You got so many grown-ups around you, man, that made dumb mistakes. Right? I said it before. You got parents with two different husbands, two different sets of kids. Why? Because your mom, she went out and she didn't have no damn brakes. Right? So now she got 2-3 baby daddies. Right? Your dad, what? He went out and didn't have no brakes. So you got examples around you that'll show you how and what not to do. Go ahead.
Let not your eyes spare.
Let not what?
Your eyes spare.
So when the angels are sent forth, y'all need to be listening. When the angels are sent forth to kill, they're not going to spare what? Read on.
Neither have ye pity.
They're not going to have pity on your hair, on how pretty you are. You're short and petite. Oh, she look good.
She light skinned.
She thick.
Her edges is laid.
Yeah, she light skinned. The angels ain't gonna have pity.
But that's that naivete.
Right.
That's that being naive. Like, well, I look a certain way, or I'm a girl. Oh, no, I'm a girl.
I'm a girl.
I'm a girl.
That don't apply to me.
Yeah.
That's not what's gonna happen. Tell us. Read.
Slay utterly, old and young.
Say utterly what?
Old and young.
Slay utterly old and what?
Old and young.
Right. Old and young. There's gonna be kids dying.
That's right.
Why?
If you're mature and you can go and sneak around, bro, you are no longer a child. You are now going into the stage of a woman, a man.
Mm-hmm.
And the consequences are gonna fall on you.
God.
If you know how to be sneaky,
Oh, yeah, you're in there. You tried as an adult.
right, there you go.
But guess what? It don't matter. Children going to be tried. It don't matter adult or child. The Most High looks at that spirit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what y'all got to understand. If your spirit is not according to what the Most High wants, he don't care about your age. He don't care about your age, your looks, how pretty you are, how ugly you are. He cares about what spirit are you trying to bring forth. So you kids, the ones that know better, the ones that are growing up and you know how to read, you know how to comprehend, you know right from wrong. How do you know right from wrong? Because you know when to do things in front of your parents and when not to. Y'all should be understanding that, wait a minute, let me make sure I get my spirit right early. Let me make sure I follow the right examples early and not follow the retarded kid that I see in school.
Yeah.
Let me not follow the retarded example. Because why? They're learning from a bad parent. Don't you know that the bad kids in school learn from a bad parent? They were a parent with no wisdom. That's why now they come to school, what do? They offer you drugs. They offer you sex. But they do it like this. First they offer you their Snapchat. What's your Snap? Hey, you should get my Snap. And then you're snapping away, and then it leads from, what's your Snap to, you want to smoke this? And all the little filthy things in between.
Send me a
pic. Send me a pic. Next thing you know, you went from sending a headshot to full body nudes. You never thought you would do it. You never thought you would be doing that. But think about all the girls out there and boys that never thought they would be sending, they never thought they would be strippers. They never thought they would be hookers. They never thought they would do those things, but it led from send me your Snap. Send me a pic. Then they got so used to sending a pic through the internet, now I don't have no problem with showing my body off. Next thing you know, you on Bissonnet.
And this is what the Most High is showing us, man, that this is why the Most High is going to kill children when he comes back. Because all the little wicked niggas that's smoking blunts, 12, 13, having sex already, they're defiled. They're defiled. Watch, read that part again,
God. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 9 and verse 6. Slay utterly, old and young, both maids and little children.
Right, both what?
Maids and little children.
Right, both maids. You know what a maid is? A young virgin. See, why young virgins could have died? You figure, oh, I'm pure. I didn't do nothing wrong. Your brain is defiled. Your mind is defiled. Your spirit is defiled. You already got your way. You got your concept. You don't want to listen to your parents. You don't want to listen to no direction. Most High is going to wipe your little ass off the face of the earth. Or, well, hold on, let's just put up online where the young girl either gets raped, sliced in the face, or acid pours on her face. I was looking at the one white girl, she had to get face reconstruction. Something happened to her face. Beautiful little white girl. Well, what happened? She look like the monster now. Why? Because the Spirit, the Most High ain't playing with you. He's not playing. But this is because you don't want direction. You don't want leadership. You don't want to be told. See, so the Most High said he's going to do what to him?
Slay utterly, old and young.
Right.
Both maids and little children.
Right. Maids and little children. Remember a while back, that little kid was going around smoking blunts. They was having kids smoke blunts.
Oh yeah, the two chicks.
Yeah, it was that, but it was other ones too.
Fuel.
Yeah, he was smoking weed. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This is why children are going to die. Read.
And women.
Right, and women. So it doesn't matter, man. The Most High is looking at your spirit. So when he says follow after your heart, he's mocking you and saying, look at where your heart's going to get you. Well, I feel in my heart. Well, my parents, they're just what? Guiding you, helping you, so your ass won't get snatched up and kidnapped or raped. Go to 2nd Ezra 5 and 8.
2nd Ezra chapter 5 and verse 8.
These just came to my head as we were going over this. Go ahead.
God, there shall be a confusion also in many places.
Right, which we're in now. We're in that confusing time. Go ahead.
And the fire shall be oft sent out again.
Read.
And the wild beasts shall change their places.
Right, that's now. That's now. The wild beasts are changing their places. These lions are coming out of the hills, right? There's wars and rumors of wars, uprisings, right? Fires, famines, pestilence. This is now. Read.
But check this out. Even the little pedophile that was hid in his place,
yeah,
the little homosexual that was sitting back, now they're changing places. They ain't hidden no more. That little pedophile that was driving around in the van, swooping around the hood, he's here. Like, I'm coming to get you. They changing the place. He's not hiding in the shadows no more.
Yeah.
Because they're making it easy for them to come and snatch you up.
Like we were talking about the law being changed, and they're making the rules where, you know, if he's a, what's the age of consent?
18.
No, it's
17. Yeah, it's like 17 now.
I think they changed the list.
Talking about sexual consent?
Yeah, they
Sexual consent.
What the age is this?
Like 15?
Yeah, but the man got to be 17. He can't be older than 17, something like that.
But think about that. At 15 years old, what?
In Texas, it's different in every state.
Okay.
Texas is 17 as long as the person is no more than 3 years older.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
So he could be 20.
20.
He could be 20. You could be 17, and that's the consent. Why do you think the Most High is going to be killing children, maids, women? You see, because at a young age, they start to be whores. They start to be defiled. They start to be wicked. Right? Watch. Read on. Read on in 2nd Ezra.
God, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters.
Just should bring forth what?
Monsters.
Why are they going to be killed?
Menstruous women shall bring forth monsters.
Because they're monsters, man. They're monsters. You goddamn gremlins out here. These children nowadays are gremlins. They running around like damn every rap song they start and they're all clones.
Oh yeah, Lil Wayne clones.
Yeah, Lil Wayne clones. Just go back. Everybody looks like Lil Wayne. With the dreads, with the little upside down cross on his head. Yeah.
It's funny you say that clones because when they come to the barbershop, I be trying to like talk to them like, man, be original, do something you like. Man, let me get that little Boosie. Man, let me get that
that Boosie fade?
Yeah, let me get that let me get the nice part. Like, you know, nobody wanna be themselves, they wanna be everybody else.
Let me get the weekend mohawk.
Yeah.
That was a big thing. Weekend cut his hair, everybody want the little half mohawk. Yeah.
They want to be in the back like the dude in New York. For the Giants.
Oh, Odell Beckham?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the blonde. But yeah, but it goes even worse than a haircut, man. You gotta see how these dudes move around in society. Pants down to their knees, nigga this, nigga that, smelling like dirt, weed, lean. You can't smell like all three of those things at once, but they do. Teeth gritty, but more importantly, the mentality. And then when you say, man, how old are you? 12? Man, what you in the mall? What you doing in the mall? You know we got the business in the mall. What you in the mall doing? Trying to get these hoes? Like what? But you 12. Listen, listen. My daughter was in the mall and I was talking to one of these little dudes. And he was like, yeah, I'm trying to get these hoes. And the first thing I did was hop on my phone and say, listen, don't give your snap to nobody. Don't talk to nobody. You're a ghost. You're a ghost, because if that's their agenda at 12, who are they going for? They're not going for the 15-year-old that's going to shut them down. You're going for the 12-year-old and under. Now think about it. If your daughter's 15 and she's, don't got her head on straight and running through the mall or running to every little guy that she sees, and there's a 21-year-old dude, 20-year-old dude running through talking about looking for these hoes, and he smells like a pound of weed and he ain't got nothing going for him, he's not going to go for the educated chick and that's sophisticated. He's going to go for the little dumb young chick that because she thought she could snap away, she thought because, I can get away with doing whatever, now I'm cool because this older guy is into me. You got to be careful. So it's the mind of these guys, man, that when it says they bring forth monsters, read again.
And menstruous women shall bring forth monsters.
Yeah. Well, those women were monsters themselves. Those women nobody taught them how to not be a beast. That mom and that dad, they were beast mode mentality. Where you think these children get it from? Yep. It's just even worse because it's starting at a younger and younger age where, man, you talking about sex in the 4th grade? I'm like, what? I wasn't being offered no sex and drugs in the 4th grade. Maybe in the 8th. But now it's in the 4th grade, 3rd grade. Talking about you a lesbian in the 5th grade. You kids got to see that the time is getting so short that everything is going to be pushed on you at a younger age.
Yep. And you got to be conscious of it and understand that your parents are raising your conscience to see what is going on around you, having that spiritual eye. So it said they were monsters, man. That's why Ezekiel said he was going to kill. He said, slay utterly old, young, maids, and little children. Why? Because there's monsters. You can be quiet all you want, but you got demons in your brain. And who knows your thoughts?
Most High.
Who?
The Most High.
The Most High knows your thoughts. You can be silent all you want. Bro, that don't work. Like, I'm just going to be quiet. I'm not going to say nothing. Oh, she me. No, she not. She more of a demon. She's more of a demon. Why? Because she's undercover. She's the one likely to be more demonic. You can deal with the ones that are loud. Okay, I know where this one coming from. But the ones that are quiet, that don't talk, they don't want to tell you that they got demons in their mind, those are the ones to go around and do something wicked. And slide and get away with it for a while.
For a while.
See? Until the Most High smash them. So y'all got to be talking to your parents. You got to be communicating with your parents so they can understand where your mind's at and help you out of that. You understand that?
God.
You kids understand that?
God.
You kids understand that?
God.
I can't hear y'all. Y'all kids understand that?
God.
Go to Jeremiah 14 and go to verse 6. So it said these children nowadays are like monsters. And you can't be a part of that. You got to separate yourself from that. Jeremiah 14 and 6.
Jeremiah chapter 14 and verse 6.
Let's see why he calls us like monsters. Go ahead.
And the wild asses.
And he calls us what?
Wild asses.
He said you like wild asses. You look at the kids out here nowadays, man, they're like wild asses. They're having more orgies and more brothels than grown-ups. Go ahead.
Did stand in the high places.
Where do they stand?
In the high places.
You see them on the corners. You see them in the streets. Right?
God.
Go ahead.
They snuffed up They snuffed up the wind.
Right?
Like dragons.
Yeah, you see them out there. They the ones that 14, 15 in the streets like, what's up, my nigga? Where, you looking around, you like, you finna get murdered. Why? Because you're a damn animal. You're a beast. You think the Most High is going to let these little 12-year-olds get into the kingdom of heaven just because they 12? People don't understand this. Maids and little children. Oh, he's pure. No, he's not. That's why the Most High had a lion come out of the damn forest and bite his head. It don't matter your age, man. We're going to go back to Ecclesiastes. Yeah.
There's a recently in the news, it's been an epidemic where kids are getting killed at the bus stop. Where, you know, the bus puts the stop sign out, and people are like hitting the kids.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's happened in like many different states.
Wow. Finish that up, Jeremiah. Jump to verse, read on down.
They snuffed up the wind like dragons.
Right.
Their eyes did fail.
Right.
Because there was no grass.
You know what the grass symbolizes? The necessity to feed them. Right? Whether you the drug dealers, they're looking for that grass, right? They're selling that grass, right? But the grass that's supposed to feed you, or the thing that's supposed to nourish you, is the knowledge. Not your friends. That's not going to nourish you. Right? You're looking for the wrong thing to feed you. You're looking for the wrong thing to make you feel like being a part. That's how kids are, man. You want to be a part of something. But you're going to the wrong people. That's like trying to be think about every rap music, every rap song, R&B song. You can tell what these people are about. You want to be a part of that? You can look at a person snap and see what they're about. They don't got no mental stability. You want to be a part of that? See, what's funny though, it's crazy, like I just said earlier, there's a lot of so-called grown-ups that are still in that childlike mentality. Because you start to look at their timeline, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and what? You can see they're still in their childhood. They haven't put away childish things. Go ahead, read on.
O Yahweh, though our iniquities testify against us.
Yeah, then your iniquity, the iniquity of what you're doing, you have to be slick, sly, hide from your parents. You don't want to talk. You don't want to talk. Like I told my kids, it ain't, you don't got parents that go, remember, you know, back in the days when you had the one parent home and you get, you know, your mom's on dope, she's selling her butt to make rent, right? They ain't got that.
Or she was just always working. Or she was just always working, she was never home. So either way, that got it.
My point, what I'm saying is that they're not in broken homes.
Right,
like when you look at our kids,
right,
they're not in broken homes. They don't got parents that come home and then kick up their legs, light up a blunt, drink a 40, and be like, listen, nigga, get on the game.
And then snap it all and yell World Star.
Yeah, you don't got parents like that. See, I was showing my kids that's that selfish mind. You don't got parents like that. You got your 2, 3 parents in your house. You got brothers and sisters in there around you that will show you the right way. So why are you walking around stupid like you don't got or you don't have a connection or a bond with your family? Oh, you like those little white kids that grow up in the suburbs that get every damn thing and become spoiled. See? So you got to be shown, man, what you've been given. Go ahead, read on.
Do thou it for thy name's sake? For our backsliding are many.
Right, the backsliding of Israel, man, of you children are many. It's many, so you got to watch it. Go ahead.
We have sinned against thee.
Yeah, it's a sin. It's a sin. These are the things that the nation sinned on, and it starts from your childhood and your youth. So go from there. Go back to Ecclesiastes 11. And where you left off at.
Done. Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 9.
Uh-huh.
Rejoice, O young man,
in thy youth.
Right.
And let thy heart cheer thee in the days of thy youth.
Right.
And walk in the ways of thine heart.
Go ahead.
And in the sight of thine eyes.
Right.
But know thou that all these things Yahweh will bring thee into judgment.
Because there's consequences. You have consequences for what you're doing. What you say. What you think. And right now you don't know the consequences because you do have a parent there blocking you, helping you. But you can see brothers and sisters that are still in that childhood mind, they constantly keep making the same dumb mistakes. Why? Because they don't want to listen. Where did they get that from? That rebellious seed got in them and their youth. And then as they grew up, they were stubborn, rebellious, stiff-necked Israelites. Nah, that's just the way I do it. That's what I think. And then you got old-ass people like that. Boy, I've been doing it like that for 50 years, or nobody gonna tell me what to do. How old are you, boy? How are you? You an old fool.
Yeah, you got the old fool and the young fool.
Yeah, you got the old fool and the young fool. It don't matter. If it ain't the way of the Most High, it don't matter what you did for 1,000 years.
It was foolish.
If it was a foolish way, it was a foolish way. See, so the Most High is telling you, watch this. Go ahead.
Verse 10.
Uh-huh.
Therefore remove sorrow from thine heart.
Go ahead.
And put away evil from thy flesh.
Wait. Do what?
Remove sorrow from thy heart.
Yeah, what you sad for?
Depressed.
Yeah, you act like you ain't got. Nigga got every damn thing. You got everything. You got an iPhone, iPad, video game. You know, you got parents there. They even sit down. Hey, how you doing? How was your day?
Do they actually care?
Yeah. What are you sorrow for? See, and this is why he says, foolishness is bound in the heart of a child.
You know where the sorrow comes from?
Mm-hmm.
The sorrow comes from you kids looking at other kids, and you sit on these social media sites all day, and instead of looking at the good things that you do have, you look at these other kids with their liberties. You're jealous of these liberties that you think are good, where they can just pop up at the mall anytime they want, where they can just go over to the wicked friend's house anytime they want, where they can just go anywhere without any parental guidance. And you're like, I want that. That's what I want. But you don't see that you're being protected from something.
That's right.
You got that covering, that hedge around y'all, and it's like you hate that. Instead of hating the things that are set to befall you. But you look at everybody else's liberty because, why? You're on Snapchat 4 or 5 hours a day. You're on all the little social media sites. And instead of loving what you have, the parents, y'all got the carnal stuff. You got the vehicles that take you everywhere. You got the parents that give you things. And, we go beyond. I know I go beyond for my kids what I had.
Right.
A lot of the things that I had as a child, or even as a teen, man, everything I had as a teen, I had to buy myself. I had to go out and work. I had a job, 15 up, I had a job. Ain't none of it, and I was made to go get a job. My pops was like, bro, you want it? Go get a job. Man, listen, if I ever put that into my daughter's ear, she'd probably faint. Job? Like, what's that? Ain't nobody, we're not putting that into our kids.
When you tell them to mop the floor,
yeah, it's like,
to sweep up the kitchen, they act like they're going to pass out. It's your job to see, but that showed you that they're selfish.
Selfishness, yeah.
We want to do good for them and get them things and be there for them, but you're taking it for granted. You got to know what it is to be without. Go ahead, read on. Let's finish this.
And put away evil from thy flesh.
Right, let's get to this point. Read.
For childhood and youth are vanity.
Wait, read it again.
For childhood and youth are vanity.
Read it again. I want all the kids to read this together. Come on, read.
For childhood and youth.
I don't hear y'all. Hold on. Y'all ready? Kids, are y'all ready?
Y'all all gonna read.
Ready, Ak? Go.
For childhood and youth are vanity.
I don't hear them.
We're gonna do it like this on 3. 1, 2, 3.
For childhood and youth are vanity.
Yeah, we don't hear you.
Y'all gotta read. 1, 2, 3.
For childhood and youth are vanity.
Yeah, for childhood and youth are vanity. I want that to stick in your head. You know what vanity is? Let's look it up. Vanity, the root word of vanity is vain. Okay, so look up vanity. See, childhood and youth are vanity. Now we're gonna get into this part with the parents too, because there's some the parents gotta understand when dealing with the children.
God, vanity.
What you got for vanity?
Fruitless.
Right. See, childhood and youth is fruitless. See, and that doesn't mean you can't enjoy riding your bike. You can't enjoy going out in the world and playing basketball. You can't enjoy playing with your flute. You can't enjoy sitting down there and playing dress-up dolls with your...
Yeah, being a kid.
Being a kid.
Doing the kid
It's not
things.
talking about that. It's talking about the foolish and the wickedness of a child that's going to get you to grow up and be more foolish and more wicked. See, vanity, the things that don't profit you in anything. Like you keep saying, the social media. Right? What is that going to do for you? You snapping at each other. Y'all joking too much with each other. Your mama this, your mama that. Right? Remember back in our days, they were doing that madness too.
Your mama jokes?
Your mama jokes.
But back in our day, you get punched in the mouth, though.
Right.
You talk about somebody's mom, you get uppercutted all the way out the window. You don't talk about my mama. Why'd you hit him?
Right.
You talk about my mama.
Your mama fat.
Yeah.
Your mama this.
Yeah,
Your mama's a midget.
In our day, dude, you get...
You're right?
You're right.
Yeah. That's madness, man.
All bad. It's not fruitful.
No, it's not fruitful. What are you talking about? But that's the stupidity and the foolishness bound in the heart of a child.
Yeah.
Your brother's a potato.
Yeah.
Like what? What does that even mean? Like, but you know what it is? Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child. It's stupidity.
And if you don't break from that, you're gonna be a dumbass adult.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Your dad is an F-boy.
Yeah, your dad's an F-boy.
Right? What? Well, this is the wickedness that you learn from social media and these dumbass kids out there. See, but guess how they're gonna grow up? They're gonna grow up on pills. They're gonna grow up talking about I'm depressed. They're gonna grow up with FML. FML tatted on their forehead. They're gonna grow up the one sad one. What's up with you, Ike? They come in, you know what they do? They come in, hey, Shalom, Ike. How about Shimmy? What's up, Ike?
Nothing.
Oh, man. Hold on, let me do it. Oh, man. It's not good, Ike. What's not good? Like Yahweh Shai got your back. What the hell's not good? But because nobody gave them wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And then when they were children, they were what? They were foolish and prideful. Oh, okay. So you want to make me mop all the time? Wait till I leave. I'm going to put on a thong and be a hoe. Okay.
Yeah, basically, right.
I'm like, go ahead.
Like,
Because,
check you.
you know, like I always said to my kids, I'm like, listen, I know you're going to get older. And guess what? When you get older and you say you don't want daddy telling you no more, then you got the father to deal with you. Just like here.
Yep.
There's only so much we can do for brothers and sisters. Hey, that's not right, man. Don't do that. That's wicked. That's off. But I think, all right, Shalom, see you, right? You go right back out there and keep making mistakes. Come back.
Yep.
Yeah, that was wrong. I don't know what happened. You stubborn as hell. You don't want to listen. You think brothers act like you 1,000 years old. Nigga, 15, you act like a 15-year-old, and you don't understand that the mistakes you're making is going to be a repercussion through your whole life.
You don't even act 15. They don't even act. It's worse. Like, as time goes on, the 15-year-old acts like the 10-year-old. The 10-year-old acts like the 5-year-old.
Yeah.
Listen, when I was 15, I wasn't the greatest 15-year-old, but I was damn near halfway responsible.
Right.
I mean, I wasn't caught up in Facebook and all. I mean, it wasn't really there. but MySpace and all that, I wasn't caught up in that. I was at least working and contributing to my house. We don't even ask y'all to do that. We just say, listen, just listen. That's all we say is listen.
Most High said monsters, man. These little demons, the Most High is going to burn their ass up in that fire. He said he's going to bring you in the middle of Jerusalem and melt you. That's children too. You was going to say something? Yeah. What's that?
I'm relatively young, so like I remember like cool kids in school and stuff like that, like in middle school. Like I remember like the kids that was having sex in 5th grade. But you know, you reconnect with everybody on Facebook. All the people I thought were cool, like two of the coolest homies, they got killed. Like one got killed. Both of them got killed at 19. So I was a year out of high school. Both of them one got killed by the cops. The other one got killed by another friend of mine,
Wow.
You look at the girls that was all, you know, pretty. All the dudes was chasing stuff. You look on Facebook, they miserable, man. They always just complain about men, 4 different baby daddies and stuff. So it's like, and I used to be mad because my parents were, you know, Benjamin strict.
They were strict.
I used to always be mad. And it's like, remind me of that scripture, the ways of the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor.
Right.
The ways of the wicked seduce them. But if you have a parent that's keeping you from even getting, you might be getting seduced. You got a parent that's keeping you.
Yeah.
You better
cherish it.
Like that, man.
You can't take that for granted because you know, like you said, and like we were telling our kids, and like you're saying, is that all you gotta do is just go around the school, sit down with any parent in here. Hey, how was your life? We grew up in the ghettos, in the slums. We grew up in hardship, and we're not old. Everyone, you know what I mean? Everybody's not like right now. I'm probably the oldest one in here, and I'm only 40,
barely
41. I'm barely barely. You gotta think about that. Like you said, back in the days, you was 50, 55, 60, when, you know what I mean? When you had a teenager. We're still young. And then some of y'all in here, bro, you're 21, 20, what, 28? 29? 26? Come on. That's young as hell. You up there.
Yeah,
He's in there. You're getting up there. No, he's only 30, 36? 35. That's young. That's not old. Right? But what happens is, at that young age, when you don't want to grow up and put away childish things, you know, you start to go up in that old age and still be thinking like you're in high school. You want to pop around and hear girls, boys, and all these things. You got to grow up now. Y'all need to grow up now and understand that there's consequences. So it said, read that last part again. Childhood and youth.
For childhood and youth are vanity.
Yeah, childhood and youth are vanity. The Most High is not dealing with that. What does vanity mean?
Empty pleasures.
Empty pleasures. What you got, sis?
The quality of being worthless or futile.
Wow. He said your childhood is worthless. Well, if it's not with wisdom, at a young child age, Solomon prayed for wisdom. Being a child. America will have you a child when you're 21.
16. You can divorce your parents at 16.
Right, but I'm just saying, you think, oh, he's 21 now. This nigga still live with his mama.
Oh yeah, he's a 21-year-old child.
Yeah, I mean, he's a 21-year-old child. Why? Because at a young age, your mind wasn't given to things that make sense. Education, wisdom, learning. And that don't take away the movies. That don't take away having fun. That don't take away those things. But how do you lose those things? By dealing with foolishness and vanity.
Can I get one right on that?
Yeah.
Just to show the balance of how is your youth not looked at as vanity? Are you not that already?
Go from there. Go to, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this vanity. Go to Ecclesiasticus 23 verse 5. What does it mean childhood and youth are vanity? Well, what things are vain? Check this out. What things are vain? Because I know you guys think, well, what is vanity? Vanity is nothingness.
You know what vanity is?
Yeah.
Vanity is sitting up, taking a Snapchat photo, and then sending it out to the masses.
Right.
That's what vanity is. Vanity is sitting there and posing for some stupid photo
with 30,000 filters.
Yeah, and with the little
because you know you don't look like that.
Right, with the animal filter, and then sending it out to some random ass dude you never ever even you seen this Bitmoji.
Right.
You seen this Bitmoji, but you never even seen him. That's vanity. That's nothingness. That's fruitfullessness. Fruitfullessness, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what that is when it's talking about vanity. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 23 verse 5.
Turn away from me, vain hope.
See, he said, childhood and youth are vanity. Turn away from me, vain hopes. You know what vain hopes are? You know what? When I get older, I'm gonna be a bodybuilder. Right? What was it? I'm gonna go marry Angelina Jolie.
Or what's his name is gonna be my husband?
Yeah.
What's his name? Tim. What's his name?
No. What's
Justin
that?
Bieber.
Yeah, Justin Bieber's gonna be my husband.
Or Triple X or Trippie Redd.
Yeah.
I'm gonna meet them and get their autograph.
Yeah. I'm going to California just to have Trippie
Redd
autograph my tattoo.
No, his autograph is gonna be my tattoo.
Bro, childhood and youth and vanity. It's funny, but that's what the kids. That's what they're putting in your mind to think about. What's that one white boy online? All the little girls was lusting over. They said they wanted to go meet him.
It wasn't Bieber.
Who was it, Shariah? The one white boy. Yeah, the one little white boy that was on YouTube that your friends was talking about. We gotta go.
I remember that.
The Dolan twins.
Because they got good jawlines. We want to meet them because their jawlines are good.
This is elementary, middle school. This is middle school talking about, when we get older, we're gonna go meet the Dolan twins and but this shows you that childhood and youth are vanity, and then when you talk and you're friends with an idiot like that, you're gonna be an idiot. See? So those are vain hopes. That ain't gonna help you in life. Mm-hmm. Listening to Rihanna all the time and going around the house singing damn wicked music, that ain't gonna help you. Watching Sabrina the teenage witch talking about, I want to be like her when I get older. That ain't gonna help you. That's gonna get you into demonic and blood sucking and sucking pimples out people's face.
Any one of these Netflix series.
Y'all think it's a joke? Isn't there a community
yes
that does that?
Yes.
See, that's funny. That's why I was telling. See, I know you're young because you think that's funny. There's people doing that. Grown ass people that suck the pimple juice out of their partner or the blood out of their partner. Why? That's what they like. It's a community.
It's no different. Just like how you have grown ass people painting naked bodies of other grown people on TV.
Yeah,
they do it. But why are you watching that? Oh, because it's art.
Right.
Nah, that's vanity. You don't need that. All these little Netflix series that y'all get into and really give your mind to, and then you say, oh, I wanna aspire to be that.
Right.
But it's sad because when you sit in here and we're like, well, tell us about your forefathers and ancestors, you don't know a damn thing.
Right.
But you can rip off the whole series of Teenage Witch Sabrina. You can tell us all about Bieber.
Harry Potter. Right, Harry Potter. Sing this song to me. You know the verses from the beginning to the end.
And all I got to do is say one word.
Right.
You gotta see what you give your mind to.
Read it one more time.
Ecclesiastes chapter 23 and verse 5. Turn away from me, vain hopes and concupiscence.
Yeah, you know what that is? Inordinate desires. That's when he said childhood and youth are vain. It's vanity. It's because this vain mind you're supposed to be getting out of yourself right now is these lusts and unlawful desires. What you want to be when you get older? I don't know. You better start thinking right now. Because if you don't start thinking right now what you want to be, then next you know you're gonna be 18, 19, and you still don't know. Then you're 21. What you want? I don't know.
But the whole time
you're feeding yourself.
No, the whole time you're sending Snapchats, and you become this whack Instagram or Facebook model. That's what happens. You think all them chicks plan to be Instagram half naked?
Right.
You think they?
If all fails, I'll just get on Instagram and be a picture hoe.
A picture hoe, yeah. Because they, huh? Or that's what I was gonna say. You think that these strippers said, when I grow up, I want to take my clothes off for dollars? No, what happened was they didn't have a plan, and so they had to do the next best thing because they never thought like, what am I gonna do?
Yep.
And then it went from, you know what, I'm gonna send photos, nudie shots.
Yep.
Right? Back in our day, they were nudies. So, you know, I'm gonna send those. Next thing you know, I'm gonna be doing that to a point where I still don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna fall into something else because that's all I'm good for.
Yeah.
I get all the praise from my body and my looks. Girl, you got good hair. Girl, you light skinned. I like that. You short and petite. You got a nice body.
And what are those girls doing now? Bouncing from basketball player to basketball player, rapper to rapper, being passed around like a bag of Twix.
And you lucky if you get into rappers and the basketball players. The majority is getting passed by drug dealer to drug dealer.
Yeah.
Crackhead to crackhead.
Yeah.
The 1% of the video hoes is getting basketball players. You gotta be up there. You gotta have a little bit of dough to get that plastic surgery. You gotta be up there to get the basketball player and the rapper.
Yep.
The majority is getting drug dealers,
dirtbags,
and dirtbags, and a dude that's gonna whoop on them.
Yep.
And pass them around to their friends.
But that's the ones that be going around, be burning because they shooting for the same top dudes.
Yeah.
And these dudes are some crazy whoremongers, like.
Yeah.
Got about, and then like my older brother's a pharmacist. He was telling me this a while, like when he first started. He's like, man, because he knew what kind of life I was. He's like, man, you look at the most beautiful girls, like the baddest Instagram girls like that.
Oh yeah.
Those be the ones that he be having to serve the like them pills for like herpes and stuff like that.
Right.
He works at he used to work at CVS. I don't know if he still worked there.
Yeah.
He said,
yeah.
Most beautiful ones be the ones like just straight burning.
Yeah. You went over it. You were saying it the other day in class. Their insides start to be so messed up when they finally do try to settle down and have a baby. They can't.
They can't.
Because they've been ran through so many times that they can't even function down there like that.
Aborted so many babies, so many pills. You just filled with amoxicillin your whole life. Because why? You fighting disease, but.
Yeah, go ahead, read on.
And thou shalt hold him up.
Right.
That is desirous always to serve thee.
Right. See, this is what the Most High is trying to show you, that these vain hopes, they're not going to get you nowhere. You're going to hold up the wrong things instead of the Most High. Go ahead.
Let not the greediness of the belly.
See, and then you just become that one that just thinks about being successful. Like we just said, I'll do anything for money. I'll do anything to achieve. This is what he means by vain hopes and vanity in your youth. I'll get money by any means necessary. Right? It ain't about being godly and content. It's about, no, I gotta have that Louis Vuitton bag.
Yeah, that's your hopes.
I gotta have the Louis Vuitton shoes. I gotta have the Hermes this, the Hermes that. And it starts with social media. It starts with all these foolish people that you follow after.
Or a sex tape.
Yeah, that too.
That too. I mean, look at Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
You gotta look at what you guys are following after. And then you boys gotta look at what type of woman you want. Y'all don't want the Kim Kardashian. Y'all don't want the Khloe. Y'all don't want none of the Kardashians. They turn you into crackheads. But you boys gotta see this too. I mean, not just boys, you grown ass men. Some of y'all got a problem where a big booty and some breasts is all you see.
That's it.
And you don't look at the substance of a woman as far as in her mind. You give yourself over to that lightness, and then you wonder why, and then you come back with, she's wicked, she's evil. Well, yeah, what you thought. all she wanted was a Louis bag. And you're broke, you can't give it to her. So what'd you expect? You thought she was gonna be on point?
You're nobody.
Right.
Go ahead.
Let not the greediness of the belly,
Right?
nor lust of the flesh take hold of me.
Yeah, and that's what your parents are trying to keep you away from. That you would do anything for money or to achieve or to be acknowledged. You know that? Because that's what these guys would do. Especially you young girls, man. The guys will do that online. They'll learn how to break your spirit and make you feel like you're not worth anything. Then when they get you, they use you and abuse you and you dump you off. Now, not only are you used and abused, your conscience and your mind is all jacked up. Why? Because he told you you were nothing. He made you feel like you were nothing, and you could be beautiful. Why is it always the beautiful ones got mental problems? Why? Because the guys they get with, is just breaking their mind down because they don't know how to deal with them, right? And then next you know, you already messed up in your head about yourself and your self-conscience. And that's what happens to you. Now you've grown up, you're 22, 23, and your self-conscious is trash. Now you got to do everything for attention. And really, you didn't have to do nothing. It'd be all those ones, the ones with the spandex, the ones at the gym all the time, and the ones that you're yelling for attention. I said in here, some of you families and households, all you get is attention. You children, you get attention. Your parents come to you and talk to you. They ain't just disappearing. They're actually doing the works of a real parent. That's why, you know, we hear about that, man. The brothers, you know, she just don't want to talk. You got the 15-year-old, 16-year-old just don't want to talk. When you got the parents saying, hey, what's going on with you? What's happening? Nothing. But in the back of your mind, you said, I just can't wait to leave. You can't wait to leave. Why? You can't wait to leave. Why? Because you want to go out there and be nothing? A scum? See, this is what vain hopes are. You're vain in your mind. Because what's going to happen is, 3 baby dads later, you're going to realize, damn, I should have been listening to mama. She was right the whole time.
Right.
But it took you 3 baby daddies later. Daddy was protecting me. Now this nigga's beat me upside the head. Why? Because I should have listened to dad. I should have did what the commandment says and listen to your father, your mother. Obey. And most of all, obey the Father of spirits, the Most High. Come on, read.
And give not over me thy servant into an imputed mind.
See, then you get that imputed mind. It says the daughters of Zion are haughty, impudent. Now you get that imputed mind. Then nobody can tell you nothing. Titties out, mesh shirts, and what? So this is just, it's me. This is just how I look, how I feel. What?
What does haughty mean?
Haughty. Look it up. Look it up real quick for him. Haughty, and haughty is going into this word impudent also.
And that's where you get, I'm a bad B-I-T-C-H.
Yeah.
I'm slut shaming.
Yeah.
With what's her name? Amber Rose.
Amber Rose.
Yeah, this is where you get, like he said, the mesh shirts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk through the mall in lingerie.
No shame.
No shame. I'm gonna walk through with the booty shorts that should be under some garment. I'm gonna just walk through with those on.
You know what? I'm gonna say this towards my daughters right now. Think about it. Right now, you guys like to really cover up. I don't know. It's your daughter too. They got this sweater thing where they have to just have the biggest sweater on, right? Which is fine, covered up. You know, even we tell them like, you can show your arms. It's lawful, right? But they're like, no, I just want to be covered up. How long is it gonna take before that spirit leaves you? If you let these little gremlins on Facebook and Instagram talk to you and deal with you, how long is it going to be where you like, well, you know what? I'm going to show my whole body. I want to show my body. Because they didn't even get that from me. I don't tell them to wear sweaters like that. They know wear dresses, right? But they just like it. And that's fine, too. But when is it going to get to the point where you let the people, these little boys or these idiots online, strip you from what you are?
Right, what you do.
What you really like by nature,
Right.
because I didn't put that in you to cover up. Not to that much. You know what I mean? But
Your spirit went
But yeah, your spirit agreed with that. To say, damn, let me cover up and let me not look like the little holes out there. But how long is that gonna last? Is it gonna last where you can get a respectful man? Or is it gonna be washed away out of your mind where you just want the old average dummy?
Because they gave you some Facebook
Yeah,
and Instagram likes.
yeah, I found Snapchat this guy yelling like a nut on my daughter's phone. I'm like, just screaming. Like, who the hell are these animals? One day I picked her up, somebody grabbed her phone and just started yelling. I'm like, don't let nobody grab your dang phone like that. But that's the parents of these gremlins, man. Most I gonna take them, take A-Can, take the garments, take the roaches, the rats, and everything that got to do with those little gremlins and burn them in all one pile. The Most High's gonna take the dogs, the cats, everybody's defiled around these niggas.
God.
What?
Haughty.
Haughty, what you got?
Haughty was proud and disdainful, meaning showing contempt or lack of respect for others.
Okay.
Having a high opinion of oneself.
See? That you know, that's whether big or small, whether sexy or not, you get this on haughty women. Yeah, we know. They get out there, they're showing their abs, they're showing their stomach, they're no panties on, no bra on. That's disdainful, man. That's haughty, Mawala. That's the type of woman you don't want.
That's right.
Someone just showing her butt all the time.
Impudent.
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 Go ahead.
Without shame.
Right. You see that? The Most High, He don't want the daughters of Zion for you to be without shame. And you know when it starts? It starts when the guys be online and be like, show me this, show me that.
Send me a pic.
Send me a pic here. If they want that, they don't have respect for you. First of all, you are young as hell. What the hell what is he looking for? See? Little disgusting ass bastards, man. That's what they are. You know, bro, I didn't think about any of that till I was 18. Really?
Really?
I didn't have, bro, my virginity was broke at 18. I was still playing with G.I. Joes for a long time. You know what I mean? I wasn't looking at that. You goddamn 12, 14 years old, you talking about send me a pic? I didn't even know girls, you know what I mean, till maybe about 16. Yeah, yeah. And
So
that's how it is.
But that's why I know the filth.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I know the level, because man, I was in there early.
Yeah.
I was in there early.
But that messes your spirit up.
No, yeah. Oh,
that
yeah.
messes you up, man.
It defiles you.
Yeah, how many young little girls you run through at that age?
That and just the things that you do, you know, just the things that you do at a young age, you know.
Yeah.
Like they talk about like little kids masturbating and
Yeah.
things like that. Like that stuff messes with you after a while.
Yeah.
You know, because
And then you gain an addiction to it.
get
That's why you becoming grown ass 30-year-old man. I just can't stop.
chronic masturbating.
Because what are you learning in your youth?
Yeah. Yep.
What are you learning at a young age?
All the porn watching. And,
Yeah.
But that's that concupiscence.
But Instagram, Snapchat,
that's porn.
FaceTiming,
Yeah.
that's like introduction to porn.
Yeah, that's the prelude.
Yeah.
That's the lead up. That's what you. I know you kids don't get it. You're like, but it's just Snap. Yeah, or it's just Instagram. But think about it. It's just a pic until it's just a naked pic.
Yeah.
And then it's just a stripper pole. And then it's just a car ride.
And it's desensitizing you.
Yeah.
For what was supposed to be your husband's.
Yep.
Or your wife. That you're supposed to be seeing that, yeah.
And I was just sharing that with two young guys earlier.
Yeah.
I say, you don't want that because I say, what's gonna make you more special if everybody getting to see the same thing?
Right.
That they're supposed to be just for your eyes. Like,
Exactly.
She not worth it, bro. Like,
Exactly. What haven't we seen on what's her face, Kanye West's wife?
Oh, Kim.
Like, what haven't not you seen on her? Like, you've seen as much as Kanye West has. But that shows you that she's everybody's girlfriend, B.
Everybody's woman.
That's everybody's woman.
right.
Literally though.
Right. Nobody, she doesn't have nothing she can give her husband.
Right.
Now, she's lucky that Kanye West actually locked her down, right?
Yeah.
Because, or else she'll still be like her younger sister, bopping from basketball player to basketball player.
Yep. So that was the path.
Kim is the only one. Because why? She hit him with the teacup, put him in the sunken place, right?
Damn, her mom did, yeah. Chris.
Yeah, she put Kanye West in the sunken place. No other man has stood with these daughters, because they're all witches of Eastwick,
Damn.
right? None of them. They're all bouncing. Because why? Niggas is like, wait a minute. They get up in there and they're like, yeah, this is fun. But the witch, the main witch, she's running every dang thing. Because these women, just watch how many boyfriends week after week they have, month after month. They don't last. They maybe last 6 to 8 months, a year the most. That's what you want to be? Those are vain hopes. Come on.
Hear, O ye children, the discipline of the mouth.
Read it again.
Hear, O ye children, the discipline of the mouth.
You're supposed to be wanting to hear the discipline. You're supposed to be wanting to hear the direction. I told you, I said it before too, man. I called my mom at like 23 or 24 and was like, for what? She was like, for what? For raising me right. Because if I wasn't, I was going through a lot of things at that time when I called her too. But I was like, man, if I wasn't raised with the strength y'all gave me, I would have been a broke down cat. That's why a lot of brothers at young ages, they broke down because they weren't raised with no strength. You got to see that. Hear the discipline. You know, I was talking to my daughter yesterday. I was like, why you crying? She said, because you're making me mop. You're making me mop again. I was like, you're not mopping. You're running water over the floor. Mopping is getting the dirt off the floor. Why are you crying? Because you're making me mop again. I'm like, isn't mopping the point to get the dirt off the floor? I said, do you wash your butt? Yeah. Why? To get the dirt off, right? Well, when you mop the floor, that's the point. You know what I mean? To get the dirt off the floor, not just to put water on it, right? But what, you know what it shows? That you got to listen and want discipline, because that's common sense, right? It should be common sense. If I'm going to waste my time mopping, shouldn't I get the food off the floor? But see, what the problem is that you're not paying attention to the good things. Sensible things. I told them, I'm like, I don't even got to get the Bible out. Let's deal with common sense. You understand that? And as we go into this and we talk to the parents, you have to relay the message. You can't just, I had to counsel my daughters. I did not pull out the Bible once. You know what I did? I gave them the common sense. Because they're not going to be able to say, oh, he shoved the Bible down my throat. Nah. I gave you the common sense of things. I didn't have to yell, even though I had the belt and wanted to beat blood out of them. I didn't do that. I talked to them sensibly. Now, is that going to happen all the time? No, some of the times you might have to lay the belt down. But when you get in this age of 13, 14, 15, these kids are conscious. They ain't stupid. They're smart. You can talk to them. You can communicate with them. You understand? So we're going to get into a little bit of that. But read on.
He that keepeth it shall never be taken in his lips.
You see that? See, if you keep discipline of the mouth from your parents, y'all paying attention? If you listen to the discipline that is guiding you, right? is going to keep you in order so your mouth won't lead you out of the way. For somebody else's mouth won't lead you out of the way. Because you'll understand the difference between a fool and a wise person, an intelligent person. Y'all get this?
God.
Go ahead, read on.
The sinner shall be left in his foolishness.
What, read it again?
The sinner shall be left in his foolishness.
And Mark, you put it right on point. Let's go through the damn yearbook and see where everybody's at now. Oh, that was Mr. Popular. What is he doing now? He's working at the front door of Walmart. Or he's working at
He's a gay stripper.
He's a gay stripper. Right? Where is he at now? That's why you got a lot of these kids that's living vicariously through elementary and high school. And they didn't grow the hell up and say, I want to do something with my life.
Or they're trying to live through their own kids.
Yeah.
And not giving them the right path. I see that a lot where, you know, the high school football star, he was the star, you know, he was the football star, the track star. He didn't make the right moves. He got like 10 kids, 4 baby mamas, and then he's trying to put them all in sports so they can be famous. He's pushing his dream on them. They don't want to play football. They want to do something else. But he's like, nah, you don't play this football because I need you to use
my
you to
dreams. My dreams to live through you.
Yeah, I need my dreams to be realized. But instead of saying, let me give my kid wisdom to not make the same mistakes and have 10 kids and 4 baby mamas like I do.
Yeah.
Or 10 kids and 3 baby daddies like I do, you trying to live through your younger daughter. You trying to get the same man as her. You gotta see y'all want to make the same mistakes over and over and over.
Come on, read.
Both the evil speaker and the proud shall fall thereby.
All right, go from there. Go to, let's go to Psalms 26 verse 4. Because we're talking about vanity. We're talking about the things of childhood and vanity that are vain. Well, vain hopes, vain lusts, vain desires, right?
God.
I want to go to Hollywood and be an actress. And you ain't doing nothing. You ain't read a book. You end up damn Hollywood on Hollywood stroll.
Almost.
Yeah, like, I want to be, that's what vain hopes are, man. I'm going to be I'm going to build robots. But you ain't read a book. How you going to do that? You ain't got the knowledge. That was a shot at my son.
He said, I have read
books.
But what I'm showing you is that if you want to be something, you got to get the knowledge to do it. But childhood and youth are vanity. They're hoping in the clouds. They're wishing in the clouds. Go ahead, read that.
Psalm chapter 26 and verse 4.
What else is vanity? Go ahead.
I have not sat with vain persons.
That's childhood and vanity. You got vain persons on your Snapchat and Instagram and Twitter. That's vanity. What are those kids teaching you? What one thing that these people on Instagram and Snapchat teach you? But how to scream, yell, be bipolar, be emotional, curse each other out. Huh? Nothing. The scriptures tell you that's foolishness to sit with vain persons. I keep telling y'all, you know who my friends are? Right here, that's my friend. Aria's my friend. You want to see my Snapchat? Go to my Snapchat. Me and my kids in the camp. Why? Because I'm not gonna be on there snapping about my new ride. I'm gonna be snapping about how I line myself up right. I'm not gonna be snapping about how, you know what, I got those new LeBrons. That's vanity. That's vanity. That don't mean nothing. You get the new LeBrons now, go on the court, they're gonna be the old LeBrons. Vanity. You get the new whip now, and you drive it out there, somebody gonna crash it. It's the old whip. Vanity. That's what vanity meaning nothing. It all is going to fail. It's all going to come to naught. You're supposed to be getting your mind ready for things that last. Education. Educating your mind, your spirit. Right? What are these kids teaching you? What are they teaching y'all? Listen, what are the damn grown-ups? Y'all get on Snapchat and Instagram. What are they doing? Oh, I'm just living my life. Yeah, but your life is garbage because it ain't geared towards serving the Most High. It ain't geared to doing the knowledge of the truth. What is your life? You and your carnal possessions, or your carnal look, or how you dress? What is that benefiting anybody? So you saying it's unlawful to do Snapchat? Is it vain?
God.
What the hell you got on there? You got some scriptures? Go to my Facebook. Anytime I pop up on there is what? Scripture, class, this, shalom. Why? Because all that crap on there is vanity. You know what I mean? Everybody want to let the next person that feel like crap, make them feel right. It says iron sharpeneth iron.
That's right.
How the hell am I going to go to Snapchat for somebody to sharpen my spirit? Or Facebook to sharpen my spirit? I'm looking for this man right here. I need him on the other line or in front of me to be like, hey, this is what we doing. You need your parents there to show you, to sharpen you, to strengthen you. You don't need Joe. Like, what is that? Y'all think it's funny, but that's what these kids were doing. They're just yelling and screaming like dummies, man.
Yeah, you look for the likes. Y'all look for the acknowledgement of what you're doing as an ego boost instead of it's like your parents come to you and say, hey, what's going on? How you feeling? And you're like, nigga, I'm good. Don't talk to me.
Right.
But then you'll hop on the social media.
Tell them everything.
And tell them everything. You'll get all the likes. You'll have, they call it streaks. You look on the phone on the Snapchat and you got streaks with like 30 people. You know what a streak is? When you talk to one person every single day, you send them a snap every day.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me you got a 365-day streak with 30 people, but there's nothing going on with you? But your parents are coming to you and say, hey, what's up? Talk to me. Relieve some of this. Nothing.
What's going on with you? So, how was school? Nothing.
Yeah. How was school? Nothing. Like what?
What was going on?
Nothing.
That's fine.
You give all the wrong answer.
Yeah, it's like.
But as soon as you get a little whack Facebook or Instagram, like you want to hit that person up. Oh, what's going on?
Random nobody.
What's up?
Vain talkers.
I'm so bored. So am I. What are you? WID. Nothing. I'm so bored. Everything is an acronym. Y'all don't even know how to spell right. Everything is abbreviated. I'm like, what are y'all talking about?
Nothing.
Vanity.
Nothing. It's really nothing. It's like, oh yeah, I broke down the engine the other day. No. You're not talking about,
I ain't
that.
talking about that.
What are you talking about? Just think about your conversations. It's stupidity.
I'm so bored. So am I. WID. I don't know.
And what we're saying is, usually people get in a conversation that means something and that leads to somewhere and somehow is educational. It doesn't matter what you're talking about. You literally are just like, hey, what you doing? Nothing. What you doing? Nothing. We just over here, nah, FML. Nigga, you crazy. You a fool too. That's nothing.
LOL. And then emojis.
Yeah, it's madness, man. Read it again,
God. I have not sat with vain persons.
See, this is what gets you in that vain mind. Sitting with vain persons. David is saying, I ain't done that. I ain't gonna sit with people that's about vanity and foolishness. Go ahead.
Neither will I go in with disassemblers.
Yeah, dissemblers mean what is dissemblers?
To hide under assumed manner or to conceal or disguise by a false outward show.
Oh my God.
That's all y'all friends.
That's all social media right there.
Yep.
Yeah, you want it. You know how many people they be cat? Where you at right now? You behind a green screen in Italy? It's like us throwing a green screen up here talking about, yeah, we in Rome right now.
Or they take
Shalom Israel, we coming out of Rome.
or what they do now with the photo, they'll like take like a little toy car, and a toy plane, and like do the photo from far away and make it act like they got cars and planes.
Wow.
Yeah, they do a lot of, but you gotta see it. A lot of little.
Then hit you up like, girl, where you at, man? We over here just popping bottles. You didn't know it was Four Locos.
Yeah, they poured beer. They took the champagne bottles and poured beer in it, or peat in it.
But you know what? You know, our kids, they're not hip to it yet. They're not hip that the world, like I had to tell them, I said, the world ain't playing with y'all. They will chew you up and spit you out. And you'll be 30 pregnant and guess what? With no man. That's how the world is. It ain't the fairy tale. You know, you meet the one guy, you know, and you live happily ever after.
Like Taylor Swift love story. It ain't Taylor Swift love story.
Nah. Taylor Swift has been through 10 guys in the last damn 5 years. You see, you understand? It's not the fairy tale,
The
man.
more good of your hair and the more light of your skin, they coming for you, y'all.
Yeah.
They got an agenda on y'all little light skins.
Yeah.
They want y'all to make
And
beautiful
you know
light
what?
skin
You know why we
babies.
can say that? Because I'm not looking for nobody with fake ass hair. You know what I mean? I was looking for the light skin, long hair, real hair.
That's what these kids is taught though.
Right. And
dudes?
Yeah, and they're taught that too. They're looking at y'all like, yeah. But the difference between a man with wisdom and idiotic children is that these guys are just gonna take your spirit and tear it apart. He's gonna take that love and do what? Destroy it.
Yep. He just want to use you up.
Yeah, they ain't taught by their parents. Listen, my son, deal with them with wisdom. Like when we teach our boys, we ain't teaching them, yeah, little nigga, go out there and be a pimp, play these hoes, nigga.
Hit it and quit it.
Yeah, be like, listen, pee on all of them, don't trust nobody, FML, you a killer, you a thug, you a blunt smoker, you Lil Wayne, Lil Flip, you everybody, all rolled it up in one, nigga.
And Trippie Red. And Triple X. You all that.
Annex this year,
You all that.
Right.
Young Thugger.
Like, we're not teaching our boys that. So, my son is going to know, okay, when I do get a girlfriend, he's going to know I'm not going to be trying to touch on her or feel on her or tell her to send me pics. I'm not going to be doing that because I must respect that young sister. Yep. See that? But you think these boys out there doing that? Like their parents said, listen, son, sit down. Get your Bible. Hell no, their parents is in the background getting high like, you want some, little nigga? This your first time. Hit that. Boom, 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 baby.
This will make you a man.
This gonna make you gonna be a man one day.
Yeah, they trying to hit his girlfriend.
Yeah.
They talking about, yeah, bring her to the house so I can get something.
Damn.
Which I mean, it's real. You got these dads that's telling their sons to bring these girls to the house so they can both do whatever they want with them.
That's why I don't give my sons liquor. Like I know brothers, hey, take a little sip of this. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it, but I'm not trying to here, little man, hit this. Like I'm not trying to teach him how to be a damn drunk or be a wine bibber. If anything, his spirit should be pure from that. If he learns that when he gets older, fine. But I'm not like, here, little nigga, sip this. Get some hair on your chest. Nah. You don't supposed to be doing that, man. You got to keep them pure. And granted, we all got to understand. You parents got to understand. The world is out there, yes. We're not going to put our children in a bubble and then think they're going to be fine. They're going to get a taste of this. They're going to get a taste of the world. So you can't wrap them up in a plastic like Bubble Boy and then say, you know what? You know what? Now, when you're 18, you're going to have to go. They're going to lose their dang mind.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to lose their mind. We're going to get into that. Let's get a few more of these vain things. Go ahead.
Did you want me to finish the definition?
A definition of what?
Dissimilar.
Dissimilar. Go ahead. Read it again.
It says to hide under assumed manner, to conceal or disguise by a false outward show.
And is that not what Facebook and social media is about? A vain show, right? Go ahead, read on.
It says to hide.
No, that's it. Go ahead, jump back.
Psalm chapter 26 and verse 5.
Uh-huh.
I have hated the congregation of evildoers.
No. Let me sit down with evildoers.
I have hated the congregation of evildoers.
Oh, let me get every dumb, ignorant person that's not about the laws and commandments of the Most High online.
I have hated the congregation of evildoers.
You need to stay away from that. Y'all hear me?
God.
You gotta stay away from that. Stay away from evildoers. Are we bringing people up in the house smoking blunts? I'm asking y'all. Are you bringing people up in the house smoking blunts? As parents. Hell no. You bringing crackheads, meth fiends, pill poppers in your house? Only a dummy would do that. Yeah, that's my boy right here. Yeah, nigga, let me, real quick, nigga. And your kids are saying like, damn, who's dad and mom hanging around with? He's a dummy. If he's in this school and he's doing that, he's an idiot. You're supposed to be bringing that up in your dang house, man. Weed, pill poppers, drunkards. You got that around your kids. Your kids gonna be looking at you, looking at that and see what's going on. It's already enough that the kids got to go with their grandparents and be, would it beware sign? Okay, now you're going over your grandfather's house. You know he smokes cigarettes. Make sure he don't smoke around you. Yeah, or you know you're going over grandmama's house. You know they be getting high and low. Make sure you let them know, Grandma, we're not about that life. Don't bring that around us. You know they gonna hook pork up. Make sure you let them know. They already got to deal with that. How much more you bring those people around you? Around your family. Go ahead.
And will not sit with the wicked.
See, we don't supposed to be about that. Go to Proverbs 12 and 11. Give me another reader. Proverbs 12 and 11. See, these are the vain things that he said. Childhood and youth are vanity. Sitting with wicked people. Communicating with wicked people. Dissemblers. Fakers. Right? Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 12 and verse 11. He that tilleth his land shall be satisfied with bread.
Right. But it's the second point that is going to make sense to what we're talking about. Go ahead.
But he that followeth vain person.
If you follow a vain, ignorant, dumb person, go ahead.
Is void of understanding.
You're going to be dumb too. You're going to be dumb too. Y'all got to understand this at a young age. Right?
God.
Can two walk together, least they be agreed. You hanging around with dummies. You hanging around with whores. You hanging around with idiots. You're hanging around with drug dealers. You're hanging around with weed smokers. Eventually, you're going to take a puff. Eventually. Because why? They're going to be smoking and be like, hey, hit it. They get you 1,000 times. You're going to say, okay, you always ask me. I'm just do it one time. Puff, puff, give. Think about when you, who taught you how to smoke weed? You didn't just wake up and, I'm going to roll one up. Let me go down the block to the weed, man. It was some idiot that was like, listen, hit this nigga. And you were like trying to be like, nah, I ain't going to mess with that. I don't do that. Until they broke the goodness in you and did what? You hit it. Right? And then they fed you with the knowledge behind it and said, man, why you hit that, man? When I need to relax, when I need to get my head right, nigga, this is where it gotta be at, nigga. It gotta be right here, nigga. You know why I clown on it? Because our people's ignorant as hell. They actually believe that. But those are the most weak-minded people. Somebody that gotta depend on drugs, weed, and drinking, they're weak-minded. Kill yourself. You can't live life by letting liquor, weed, drugs guide your brain. You're gonna destroy your mind. And eventually, when they get older, what are they? They old weed heads. Like look at Snoop. He think that's cool. Yeah, me and my kids, we sit down and get high together. But you're making your kids dependable on that. But then again, they don't got a God. Their God is money. So what else do they have? Weed, pills, dope, drugs, and football. They don't got a God. They don't believe in the Most High. Who had their hand? I see the hand back there. Yeah.
I was going to say that if you succumb to that peer pressure, sometimes it only takes one time to try something.
Yeah.
And then you're hooked.
Yeah.
And then it's a real big monkey demon on your back you can't get rid of.
Right. That's why you don't hang around with those people. You know? And there are some people out in the world that don't get high, that don't smoke cigarettes. You call them probably nerds. Not the pill popping nerds, but like really people that are studious.
He's square. Oh,
Yeah.
square.
Yeah, he's square. Well, they
call them names.
well, lames. There you go.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Square is like Old school.
Yeah.
But they call him lame.
Well, lame.
Why? Because he don't do nothing. He ain't fun. She ain't fun. Well, just be lame then. Because I ain't stupid like you. Right? Go ahead.
Come, verse 12.
Uh-huh.
The
No,
wicked-
that's it on that. Go to Proverbs 31 and 30. So we're understanding what he says vanity is. It's vanity, man. It's vanity to sit with idiots and talk about idiocracy. What else? Which is the main vanity? Go ahead and read that. Proverbs 31 and 30.
Proverbs chapter 31, verse 30.
Go ahead.
Favor is deceitful.
Right?
And beauty is vain.
And tell me not everybody on social media, you don't even have to be about your looks. But now everybody on social media got you into your looks. You might be this person that like, I don't care how I look, but you get on social media, now it's like, wait, that filter ain't good. That filter ain't good. Oh, you know what? Oh, I'm looking at my eyelashes. Oh, shit. You know what? Damn, I realized I got this. Now, you looking at, and you weren't even a person of what looks, about your looks. But what did this dissemblers and vain people got you into now? Now you really filtering. I caught myself doing that one time. I was like, what am I doing here? I'm a man. I'm a grown-ass man with big pores. What the hell am I doing here? This is wrong. Right? Now I gotta look like my newborn son because I want to hide up my pores. Nah, nigga, you gonna get pores and all. You up there looking like you grown ass man trying to cover up smooth face. But you know what it is that's what the programs are getting you engrafted in. That's what it's about. And at a young age, and then you get older and older and older, and guess what? You're sold. You got it. Go ahead.
And beauty is vain.
Beauty is vain. So that's another vain thing, that childhood and vanity that the world will pull you right into. It pulls you right into that. Social media, the white man, he is made, man, he's got our people. Isn't he a master? He's a demon, man. He knows what he's doing. It says the children of this world is wiser than the children of light. Yeah, bro, he's a mastermind at deception and keeping your mind locked into madness. Okay, we try crack, dope, AIDS, guns, drugs. Let's do social media. We surely got them now.
Let's get the filters.
You hours on nothing. What?
I was gonna say, well, first was a big known fact that the founder of Facebook, I can't remember his name.
Talk a little louder, so they can hear you.
The guy that founded Facebook, he works for the CIA. I can't remember his name right now.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg. With Snapchat, they also found out that with the filters and stuff, it's bringing in facial recognition. The government controls that. So every time you go on the filter, you click on that thing, you see how it goes around your face, and knows exactly where your eyes are. It's facial recognition, so you really setting yourself up too sometimes.
Oh yeah.
So I don't be trying to snap like with no face filter.
The mark of the beast. Everybody's giving themselves right into it, right? See, go to 2 Peter 2 verse 18. Oh yeah, finish that. I'm sorry.
But a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised.
Right, you see that? You're supposed to fear the Most High. Not with vain talkers, vain dissemblers, vain people that's about their looks. I had to hit those scriptures because you know why? They single in, straight point out certain things on social media that got a lot of young brothers and sisters, a lot of our teenagers, they got them engrafted into this mind. 2 Peter 2 and 18.
2 Peter chapter 2 verse 18.
Right? So what other vanities that he said childhood and youth is vanity? Go ahead, read this.
For when they speak great swelling words of vanity.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Great swelling words of vanity. You're not talking about nothing, man. Yeah, have you ever just went out with people of the world? It's so damn fake. It's so fake, you ain't even talking about none. You trying to make things, hype things up, because in the moment, you got to feel, yeah, my guy LeBron James, he's serious though. For real though, what we talk about, none, but it sound like we run it, we talk about stuff. You're not.
You know who's the best at that? you know, if you just listen, if you get on Snapchat and you watch DJ Khaled, you'd be like, what the hell is this dude talking about? What the hell is this? What is wrong with this guy? It's like great swelling words like, we the best, and everybody you look at, he like, you a god, and you like what's wrong with this guy? But and it's nothing. It's just, man, you sit there and watch him and you're like, wow, this is what's out there. Everybody's just the hype section.
Yeah.
DJ Khaled, the things they even put on social media for you to see, that you kids didn't get a chance to watch. Now they put it on social media, like Cribs. Right. They got Cribs on social media now where you can go through. They got a whole MTV channel. Oh, and really? You can relive the whole Cribs episodes, and that's where I watched DJ Khaled. I was like, damn, this is what they was giving us like 10, 15 years ago. But they recycle it back to the younger so they can see it and those great swelling words of you the best. Yeah, we in here. We great.
Or you get on that social media and the dirtbags on the other line talking about, girl, you beautiful.
Beautiful.
Why your parents don't listen to you?
It's not your
you smart.
It's your beauty.
Right?
Smart.
Yeah. Like, listen, I'm such and such, and I got this, I got that. Come meet me over here at the mall behind the corner by the trash can. For sure.
I'm gonna pull up.
You don't get it? It's by the trash. Like
you
like,
do it.
But you beautiful. Come meet me.
Now they're more better now. They like meet me in the parking lot of the mall, like the Dillard's parking lot because it's covered.
Yeah, listen, I'm a fly out, knowing damn well he's down the street and he's been watching you.
Yeah, but you got your Snapchat location on, so you know.
Yeah, I mean, he's been watching you. Yeah.
You got your Snapchat location on, so he knows where you live at anyway.
Right. Talking about, girl, I gotta fly out. I live in such and such state. Right, knowing damn well he ain't flying out.
He about to walk out.
He's in the same apartment building you in. Read. Go ahead.
They allure through the lust.
They what?
They allure through the lust.
Yeah, social media, all these people, man, they allure you through lust. Yeah, they lure you through lust, dude. You see, you be like, damn, he's fancy. He got this. He got that. Oh, he got nice arms. You look at he working out on social media. He putting all the pictures of his chest up there, but you didn't know he's a dirtbag.
Got a good jawline.
Yeah.
His jawline is sexy.
He sees it.
Cause they know, that's what these little young girls are talking about. They don't care about no arms and abs.
Yeah.
They care about jawlines.
Yeah. Like, look at him.
Like, what is he doing to get his jawline strong? Is he just chewing on?
Yeah, that's a strong man. I want to meet him. You ain't even talk to him. He could be retarded.
But his jawline.
But because he got guns and abs and beautiful, beautiful jawline, then you want to meet him. That's vanity, man. That's youth. But funny is, doesn't this intertwine to sound like a grown-up class? Because that's the same thing the grown-ups are doing. They ain't doing nothing different than children are. Because why? Your oppressor is a child. And he got you acting like damn children. Go ahead.
Through the lust of the flesh.
Right?
Through much wantonness.
Yeah, see, and much wantonness. So you see something on social media, I want to be like her. Her lips are puffed out. Oh, it's about the butt now? I want to do that. I want to work out my butt. I want to do this. I want to look like that. I want that shirt. I want those pants. I want those shoes. It allures you through the lust. That's what this world is about. You're no longer an individual. You don't do things your way. You do things like everybody else on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah, you're not an individual. Go ahead.
It's crazy. It's serious programming. Because I remember when I started to read and stuff like that,
yeah.
I always be like, man, I ain't finna sit down and read, blah, blah, blah. As soon as the social media got big with Charlemagne dropped this book, they go into Barnes & Noble buying the Charlemagne book, like he's gonna give you some wisdom, or Gucci Man dropped this book.
You ain't never read a book in your damn life. But you want to hear what Charlemagne said, the 550 foot the power.
Or if they start talking about the art of war, everybody's getting the art of war.
Right.
I'm on that side.
What is it?
I'm on that 50 laws of power. Because 50, like, stop. Well,
yeah.
50 because he wrote a book. 50 laws of power.
50.
You see, nobody cares about the 48 laws.
Yeah.
It was some black white man.
It's the 50 laws.
But as soon as 50 writes a book, it's like, I gotta get that.
Yeah, I gotta get that book.
I gotta get that book.
Him deep.
He added 2 more laws of power.
Beautiful.
He's the best.
He's the best. Come on, read.
You small. Those that were clean escaped from them who live in error.
You're right. Listen, you children, you haven't even grown up in the error yet. You haven't even got consumed. Now, for the grown-ups, you lived in that error, and now they put all these carnal things, pull you right back in. See, you got to see these things, man. So, this is the error of the wicked. Go ahead.
Verse 19.
Uh-huh.
While they promised them liberty.
Yeah, and they promise you, girl, I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to take care of you. You going to come over. I'm going to give you this. Listen, we going to do this. We going to be big, me and you.
I'm going to fly you out.
Right.
We going to drive in this car.
And all he did is rape you in the hotel, left you there.
But you bought the hotel room.
Right.
You couldn't afford it.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? He left you there.
Listen, you pay for the hotel, I'm going to get dinner.
I'm going to get
he
dinner.
He comes up with 2 bags of Burger King.
Dollar menu Wendy's. Burger King's too expensive.
Talking about, I told you I'd get us. And you got to have the bottle. You got to have the bottle for locals, right? One for her, one for you. Right?
Cherry flavor. Right? Cherry flavor, whatever flavor. They all taste like dirt water.
They allure you, man.
You know what allure means? To be deceived.
Yeah.
Allure, it's not no beautiful thing. I know it sounds like a good word, like, I've been allured. Yeah, you've been deceived. You've been lied to. That's what they do on social media, though.
Yeah.
They walk around with their Gucci belt. Perfect example. Your little 13-year-old friends that run around with Gucci belts, right? It might be real, but guess what? They can't pay no rent.
Right.
They can't pay no bills. Even, man, let's bring it up. 20-year-old dudes that running around with, I got a $700 Gucci belt and some Gucci slides.
They got that from OfferUp, man.
But the point is, even if it was fake, you fronting like you built it. You fronting like
they got that from Let Go.
No, I know. Listen, I know.
They got that from Facebook. What is it? Fake Facebook Marketplace.
No,
was some other nigga that bought it from China, from Alibaba.
Or he got it custom made by the dude that custom makes belts. He glued the Gucci print on.
Yeah.
No, I know dudes that got actual Gucci and they regretting it. They sitting there like, damn, I should. Like the one, there's one dude. He was like, wow, I should have never bought them Gucci slides. They hit me for like $400, but now I can barely pay rent.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's that
They
allure.
allured you through vanity, man. What?
I saw a picture of someone taking a Jaguar ornament and they put it on a Cadillac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You going the Benz symbol on a Honda?
Yeah, you trying to make the 300 look like a
Phantom.
Damn. Come on, all right, go from there, man. So, 2 Timothy 2:16, real quick. Then somebody give me Job 13 and 26. 2:16. Come on, real quick.
2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 16.
So, what does the Most High tell us about these corrupt things that you're going to be learning as young women, as young men? Read that.
But shun profane and vain babbling.
Listen, you gotta shun. Listen, y'all kids, listen to this. You gotta shun. You gotta stay away from profane and vain babbling. Your social media, you talking to people. I don't talk like I do here, and then be like shalom, sister, respectful, and have love in my tone. Then when I get on social media, yeah, y'all niggas be dipping. Yeah, it's not like I'm a Hebrew Israelite now, but I'm a monkey online. You understand that? You're a faker. You're phony. You're fake. You're not real. You're not the best when you do that.
Not God.
Right. You're not being what the Most High wants. Go ahead.
For they will increase unto more ungodliness.
All the vain things that the world is teaching you, the older you get, you will get more ungodly. You get more wicked. Because all they do is teach you about the flesh, how to love the things of the flesh. Y'all see that?
Good.
Go from there. Go to Job 13:26. Now, let's talk about the parents a little bit. No, we're not there yet. I don't think we're going to get there. I want to get there. Go to Job 13:26.
Job chapter 13 and verse 26.
I'm just going to go to 2 of these and then we'll jump to that. Go ahead.
For thou writest bitter things against me.
Now, Job is saying this because he's going to make a point here. And this is the point I want to make with this scripture. He's going to make it. Read.
And makest me to possess the iniquities of my youth.
You know what Job is saying? He said, damn, those mistakes I made when I was young, they come right back. You're bringing them right back up. And guess what? That's how life is. If you don't check it now, I don't care if you're 12 or 13, right now is when that rebellious seed, that rebellious wicked root can be in you. And then you get older, and you do get 18, and you do get your own job, and you do get your own car, and you do get free. But free to do what? Be more filthy, more wicked?
Or have kids just like you.
Yeah.
Or have kids just like you. You don't want to talk to your parents and open up and let them relieve the things that are going on in your mind. What you think you're going to give? What you think you're going to have? You're going to have a child that comes up just like you because you weren't taught.
Yeah.
You didn't allow yourself to be taught how to communicate.
Yeah.
So now when it's time for your kid to talk, you're going, how come they don't want to talk to me?
Yeah.
Well, because you were the same exact way. So we got to see that.
Psalms 25:7 and Galatians 6:7. And the point is that you're going to pay for your sins. You're going to pay for the things you do in your youth. So you guys got to make sure, you children, you kids, got to make sure right now you walk the right path and understanding what you're learning is for your betterment. Read that. Psalms 25:7, Galatians 6:7.
Psalms chapter 25, verse 7.
Remember not the sins of my youth.
That's what you want to be saying. You want to be asking the Most High Yahweh, please, as I get older, don't get me for the sins of my youth. All the stupid things you did at a young age. How many brothers and sisters paid for that? You know what I mean? You got the package that keeps on giving.
Ooh, that monthly.
You got monthly. Why? Because the sins of your youth. The things you did. You don't want to be 21-year-old pregnant. You don't want to be 21-year-old heartbroken and can't trust men. You don't want to be that. But the only way you're not going to be that is learning at a young age that childhood and youth are vanity. Yeah.
Well, I remember in middle school, in the 7th grade, there was like plenty of pregnant chicks. It's 7th grade.
God damn, where were you?
13. He was in A-Leaf.
I was in A-Leaf.
Wow.
He was in A-Leaf.
Holy cow.
Yeah, bro.
But
You know
see,
what the crazy thing is?
what?
One of those same chicks that was pregnant when we were like 13 or something. I actually saw her on This and That.
No.
I swear, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, bro.
But that's it. The thing is that a lot of y'all kids, like I told my kids, this ain't make believe. This is real. Yeah.
Just on that point, go to Ecclesiastes 31:22. Just on the point that he's making and where you even get to before this point and what Lakarab is saying, where now you regret the things that are happening to you when you get older. You regret the moves you made in your youth. Ecclesiastes 31 and verse 22.
Can I say one more thing?
What's that?
I remember her, man. I remember her before she did get pregnant, right? I remember because I had a class with her in the 6th grade. And she was very, like everything that we're talking about right now in class, like the way you don't want your daughter to be.
Yeah.
She was already that in the 6th grade.
Wow.
Literally. Like I remember she'll come up and she'll be like, "You're cute."
Damn.
Like she'll just tell the boy that. And look at you, and it's like, golly.
Looking you right in your eyes.
You know, when you're young, you don't think nothing of it. But now, like going through this class, I'm like just thinking back, like, damn, it wasn't just one, it wasn't just two, like it was multiples. But I remember her because of having classes with her in 6th grade, and how she was in the 6th grade, and in 7th grade, now she got a belly. 8th grade, we don't see her no more in school. And then one day I'm driving down This and That, and I'm like,
wow,
nah, that ain't her. But it was her. Yeah.
But see, but they don't believe that's how it leads up. It leads up, oh, you're cute. It leads up, that slackness, that looseness, that promiscuousness of and not taking the correction from your parents and seeing the value. Watch, read this. Ecclesiastes 31:22.
Ecclesiastes chapter 31, verse 22.
Go ahead.
My son, hear me.
Or my daughter, go ahead.
And despise me not.
And what?
Despise me not.
Go ahead.
and at the last thou shalt find as I told thee.
Right. Now, that goes two ways. Because parents are giving you instruction and correction. But if you despise the instruction, or if you despise the correction, what's going to happen? You're going to get what your parents, what the wisdom is telling you. The wisdom tells you that if you hop on Snapchat or if you let social media lead your life, you're going to be depressed, you're going to hate men, you're going to hate yourself, you're going to hate your parents. Right. But guess what? You might not feel that until the end. Right. You might not feel that till 25, like, damn, I knew I should have listened to my parents. Man, I should have stayed and listened to my dad because he was just trying to protect me. But now I'm with old Joe Smo that's hitting me upside the head. You know, my dad told me to mop and clean and listen and, you know, be there for my little brother. But now I'm just off on my own getting ran through by guys. My dad told me, you know, I got to be disciplined. I got to listen to him. I got to follow his footsteps. Pick the right woman, son. You don't want the little harlot out on the street. But now I got this loud, yelling, brawler-ass woman. I should have listened to my dad. You're gonna get what the wisdom told you you're gonna get. Either end. Train up a child the way you'd have him, he would not depart. Why? Because we're training you in the right way to get the good end, not the bad things. We don't want you to have 5 baby daddies, 5 baby mamas. We don't want you to have 1,000 kids. We don't want that for y'all. Yeah. Diseases. Read on.
God, and all thy works be quick.
All thy works be what?
Be quick.
Now we know that it's the spirit that quickens.
Right.
The flesh profit nothing. So you want your works to be in the spirit. Go ahead.
So shall there no sickness.
So there she no what?
No sickness.
No what?
No sickness.
Yeah, so that way you can avoid all the mental and physical ailments that all your counterparts, all your little 13-year-old, 15-year-old buddies got. All the little sicknesses and the diseases they got in the body, in the mind. Don't you know that sitting there and not wanting to talk to somebody that's trying to help you is a sickness?
Yeah.
Don't you know that's a mental illness?
Your own parents.
Your own parents are trying to help you and you're like, I don't want to talk to y'all. But I'll talk to you. I'm going to talk to a whole complete other stranger. Don't you know that there's a sickness there? Don't you know that at 12 wanting to run around with boys and let them lead your life, there's something wrong with that. Y'all got to see that. We're trying to prevent you as children from any sickness that can befall you.
Right. So, because it's going to come back to get you.
In the long run.
In the long run.
Yeah.
Psalms 25:7, read it.
Psalms chapter 25, verse 7.
Uh-huh.
Remember not the sins of my youth.
Right, that's what you want. You want the Most High to remember your sins of your youth. Now, these sins accumulate because you don't listen. See, this is what we're praying, what he's praying for, what we shall always pray. Please don't remember the sins of my youth, but you don't have to commit those sins. If you, in your youth, you listen, you hear. Go ahead.
Nor my transgressions.
Right, because think about all the mistakes you're going to make if you are stubborn, rebellious, and stiff-necked. You know, y'all don't understand. You have people to guide you and help you not go through those mistakes. Don't be the idiot talking about, maybe I just got to go through it. No, you don't. If that's the case, what the hell is David, Solomon, Daniel, Ezekiel, Jeremiah, what are they for? Like, we got to go in slavery to get, like, who is had chains around their neck and being whipped? Do we have to go through that again and say, you know what? I just probably got to go through being a slave again to get it.
Like, I got to actually feel the change to
know. Yeah, nah, man. The knowledge is to show you. Experience is to show you. Don't go through this. Shun that. Stay away from it. That's why he said, wear the doorstep out of your elders. He don't say run from your mom, run from your dad, run from that elder, that brother. It says run to them so you can get it. Hey, listen, I know you're way older than me. I know I see your family's been together 20-something years. How do you do that? Well, one, brother. Patience. But knowing how to choose what woman to have a family with. Let's start from there. Brothers always shaking their head. I just don't know what it is. It's you. Your choices, your decision making. Y'all get that? Go ahead. Go to Galatians 6 and 7.
Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. Be not deceived.
Uh-huh.
God is not mocked.
Right.
For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
You're going to reap what you sow. That don't only apply to grown-ups. That's you. As a little 12, 13-year-old right now, the things you do now, you will reap it when you get older. Because you're learning how to create a cycle in your life. You create a cycle in your life as a young age. So if you start out with rebellious, stiff-necked, stubbornness, guess what? It will circle back around. And all your decision-making and the choices you make will be through stubbornness, rebelliousness, stiff-neck, and then you keep making dumb mistakes. And you don't want to hear the correction because you're stubborn, stiff-necked, and rebellious. That's Israelites. You don't have to be that. Or I should say stubborn Israel, wicked Israel. So let's talk about their parents. Go to Ecclesiastes 39:29. We were talking about the bubble earlier, right? You wanted to put your children in a bubble and you thinking you can protect them. I know I can't protect my kids from the world. The only thing that can save them from the world is them accepting the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, which is the Word, the Holy Spirit, the Holy Ghost,
Voice of the Father.
the voice of the Father. If they accept that, we can sit here all we want. I took one of my daughters out of school because she was going through the bullying. She was going through watching the bad examples, right? She wasn't doing none of that. She wasn't having to deal with none of that when we first were homeschooling. But as soon as we put them in school, now you got bullies, you got bad example, you got, I'm like, where'd you learn how to talk like that from? So we put her out this year. But is that going to save her? Hell no, that ain't going to save her. You know what's going to save her? This knowledge. And for her to accept and use her brains and say, you know what? Damn, I don't want to end up like that 13-year-old pregnant girl or this person that's on the social media talking about they hate their life, they hate mama, they hate their daddy. Like you rich, spoiled damn kids. All these kids on social media is FML, FML. I hate that damn saying. F my life. Why? Because some of y'all got every damn thing that's needed. You got everything that's needed. You're FML, FML. And I know now it's just the same. But we got to be as parents and realize that your kids are going to have to make the choices. So we can't always put them in a bubble. We have to give them their freedom. So read that. Ecclesiastes 33:29.
Done. Ecclesiastes chapter 33, verse 29.
Can I say this?
Would you put a pregnant girl up there pregnant?
Brenda got a baby.
Wow.
Can I say this too? What we got to understand as parents that when we're giving our kids the wisdom,
yeah,
just like us, we have to give them the chance to apply it.
Yeah.
So to try to box them in and tie them down 24/7, lockdown, shoe program, you can't shoe program your kids. It ain't gonna work like that because how are you gonna see how they maneuver through society? The more you put them on lock, the more they're gonna want to break out. So we gotta understand that it's really about if you're confident in the Most High and in the wisdom, you gotta at least give them a chance to use the wisdom. Y'all get that, right? Y'all understand that? That's what. Just like we get the chance to choose you this day, life or death, you gotta give your children a chance to choose, and make it willingly. You can't beat them, force them, uppercut them, tie them down, lock them in the house 24/7. It ain't gonna work like that. Yeah. They're gonna rebel some way, somehow.
Right, because if it's not in them to accept the word, it's not in them. Everybody has a choice. Mm-hmm. And when they become conscious of that, they're going to have to make the choice. So read this.
Ecclesiastes chapter 33, verse 29.
Go ahead.
Be not excessive toward any.
So you can't be excessive. Mm-hmm. Us as parents have to understand the balance in what you're doing. You can't be overboard. You can't be. The scriptures is telling us. Be not what?
Be not excessive toward any.
It says, be not excessive towards any. So yeah, you got to apply the right amount of ass whoopings. You can't punish them till they're 30. You understand? Yes, you have to discipline them. Yes, you don't play with them all the time. But it's got to be a right balance. When Ecclesiastes tells you not to conquer or play with them, it don't mean that you don't get to enjoy your child and you don't smile with them. You don't sit down and have some damn ice cream or pizza together. It's saying you got to learn you got to learn the balance of what's needed for your child.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, even and you said it, the discipline has to be balanced. If I go in and beat my child for something, if I go in there and beat little Noah, my rib don't gotta come in right behind me and whoop him too. He already got that from me. He already got the discipline. He might need now somebody to come in and say, "Now you see why that happened?"
Right.
You
Good
see
cop,
why he
bad
had to
cop.
beat you? Good cop, bad cop. You can't. Even discipline can be unbalanced, where it's like, wait a minute, you took away all the electronics, you took away the TV, they can't go outside, and then now I'm gonna add a punishment on top of the punishment. Mm-hmm. Wait, now you gotta sit in the corner for 8 hours. We have to understand that. What are we doing to our children? Are we trying to get them to learn, or are we trying to get them to hate us? As parents, we gotta see this. We gotta see what was done to us. The one thing the Bible does tell you to discipline your child, right? God. It tells you the rod and reproof, right? So you talk to him. It says train up a child. When you train somebody, you talk to them. You got to do a lot of talking with your children. But remember one thing, that if you disciplined your child overboard before you got the Bible, and then all you did was add the Bible on top of your excessiveness, you're not doing it the right way. You got to eradicate the way you did it, and then now apply the balance of the scripture. It says rod and reproof. It didn't say just all rod, all beating them. It didn't say just all talk. You got to have a balance of both. And we got to understand that, man. I mean, there's situations where you want to take your kid's head off. Yeah. Right? But then you got to see, wait a minute, now's not the time to beat them. Mm-hmm. Now's the time that they need to be talked to and shown, wait a minute, okay, this is serious. Let's talk about this. And let me see if you understand what you did wrong. Because they got to learn. Beating them doesn't always make them learn. Y'all understand that, right? But talking doesn't always get them to learn. Sometimes, after a few talks, you got to whoop them. You got to beat them, but it can't be so excessive where they can't wait to leave your house. When they turn 15, 18, they can't wait to be, it's like, man, emancipate me now. It can't be to that level where you're stripping them of their childhood. There's a difference between being strict and being overboard. And we don't want to be overboard where it's, you got your kids in a military setting where as soon as they walk in the house, drop your books, do your homework, eat your lunch, go to bed, read. Like, they got to have some type of freedom to be able to do what? For one, they got to be kids. You got to remember, they got to be kids. They got to be able to have fun. They got to be able to do things as kids. Now, can we regulate what they do? Of course. That's what we're supposed to do. That's what you do as a parent. But the training can't always just be, you're in the military.
You got to create a bond with them. And
friends, right?
Yeah. You got to be their friend. You got to be their brother.
You got to win them.
You got to be their sister. You got to be most of all, their parent. Mm-hmm. You just can't be all business. That's with anybody. That's why it says here, read it again. And they give me Ecclesiastes 20:1.
Ecclesiastes chapter 33, verse 29. Uh-huh. Be not excessive toward any.
Right.
And without discretion, do nothing.
Yeah, without discretion, do nothing. So like he says, the parents, if you're a two-parent home, one should be good cop, one should be bad cop, but you both can't be the bad cop. You both can't be the good cop. You both have to apply the right amount to attack whatever spirit is in the house and to keep them motivated and loving. Love is gonna break through all that. Because when your children see that you do love them and that your intentions are not to take away, it's like I told my kids, I said, listen, did I ever check your phone? When I gave you your iPhone, did I ever check it? When's the last time I checked your phone? They was like, you haven't. Exactly. I always trusted you. Mm-hmm. You just lost my trust. They can't say, oh, you know what? Damn, you was the Gestapo. You wanted my code, my password. You wouldn't let me do this. You wouldn't let me do this. Nah, I gave you the phone. I was like, here. Why? Because I trusted you. I knew that you were a daughter, honorable, righteous, right?
Pure.
But you messed that up now. You see, and that's, we got to show them that we do trust you. We do love you. But also the discipline comes in when they mess that up, right? And they show forth that they're not mature enough, right?
And you don't want to create a situation, like I'll give y'all me. I remember back in the day, I used to pee the bed. I used to pee the bed past the age of, man, I probably was like 10, 11. I ain't gonna lie. I was peeing the bed like late in my life. But the point is this, I used to pee the bed and they thought they could beat that out of me. Like, I'm gonna whoop him until he stops peeing the bed. Like, bro, you're not gonna whoop that out of me. You know what that made me do? That made me hide the fact that I peed the bed. So I would stuff the peed up blanket and clothes with the clean clothes. And, you know, they were coming down on me so hard about it that I felt like now there's nobody that's sympathizing. Until my grandma finally came and was like, y'all can't beat this dude for peeing the bed. Just give him some herbs. That's what they did. They made me some tea. And they gave me cranberry juice and it strengthened my bladder. And then they were like, okay, he got to get more rest. Because why? I'm up. I'm being a kid running around. Think about how your kids sleep when it's time. They pass the hell out there like logs. Then they can't wake up. The conscious of mind is not there to wake up to say, let me go pee. So there's a few things that have to change in the house. Strengthen his bladder, let him get some more rest. Stop beating him for peeing the bed.
Yeah, that's excessive, man.
It's excessive.
Yeah, same thing with one of my kids. I ain't gonna put her on the spot. But same thing with...
Put yourself on the spot.
No. But yeah, same thing. It's like she had that problem till she was... But it was about, okay, well, let's obviously change the seats. Oh, you can't drink after this time.
Right,
you know what I mean? But it wasn't like, okay, you're not eating for 8 hours. You're not drinking for 8 hours early. No, it was just like an hour or two.
Yeah, you got to stop drinking at 2 p.m. as soon as you walk in the house.
Listen, I know y'all like, well, we get that, but there's parents that are excessive. They're like, it's overboard with the discipline. You cannot be excessive. Watch, read this one. Go to Ecclesiastes 20, verse 1.
Because do we want, let me say this real quick. Do we want our kids to succeed?
Right.
You know, or do you want your kids to fail? You got to remember that as parents, we are the reason why our kids can fail or succeed, especially at a young age. You know, like my son, if he's peeing the bed, I got to figure out, okay, what's the best course to get him to change that? It's not him. There's something that I'm letting him do. I'm not being his parent. I'm not saying, okay, cut the drink off, get extra rest, go to bed at this time. That's on me, not on him. He's just doing his natural phylacteries, which is letting off urine. He's just too tired to wake up. So I got to change his sleep schedule, change when he drinks. That's up to us.
See, and us even talking about this now, you got a person that lacks discipline, lacks parenthood, lacks care, lacks love. What are they going to do? They're going to get irritated, emotional, choke them out. They got demons on them. Like your child just is peeing on himself. Calm down.
Right.
Now you got to drink. You got to pop pills to make it through this. Listen, y'all know there's some parents like that. They can't deal with it. Those are usually the ones that got caught up there. They didn't really want to have kids, but they end up having kids. Those are them because why? They're FML. I didn't really want kids, but the kids are here. Now I got to deal with it.
Yeah, I'm pregnant at 16.
Yeah, so you got to see that. You got to get your mind right. You can't be the Terminator. And give me that one too. In thy house. Read. Not the Terminator, but the Bible.
Ecclesiastes chapter 20, verse 1.
Read it again. Read it.
There is a reproof that is not comely.
There is a reproof that is not comely. You know what that reproof is? Excessive. Wrong timing. Wrong timing. You know how it says, rebuke not a man at the wine? Because it's about timing. Like, how are you going to rebuke this guy and he's drunk? Right? It's the timing in things. There's a reproof that's not comely. He's brought up the peace situation. Like, you got to know how to maneuver in your house what your kids needed. What one kid and the other kid might need.
Right.
Because you have difference. You got to know their mind. And guess what? All these things, man, we're talking about really is what you're going to be doing in the nation of Israel. You got to know one thing applies for one brother and the other, this don't apply for that brother. This applies for him. And I got to work with this brother that way. And this other brother, I got to work with this brother this way. This sister is not affected negatively this way how I talk. So I might can talk to her like that, but this sister I can't. Because she takes it more personal. It's the same thing. See, so that's why you cannot take care of the house of the Lord if you don't know how to take care of your own house. So if you're excessive, if you're overboard in your house, guess what you're going to do with the nation? Excessive, crazy, emotional, no lack patience. I can't deal with this nigga. I just can't deal with him. What's up, I can't deal with women. Well, why'd you lay with her? Because I need him,
Can't live without him.
It's like, wait a minute, we went through 5 emotions right here. Which one is it? Do you love them or do you hate them? I love to hate them. God, we all do, brother. But you have to know, okay, I'm in a whole, I gotta control my mind in this situation. And this is life. But the wisdom guides us in what to balance with our children. You understand that? You can't be excessive to the wives. To the husbands and the wives, you can't go in and be excessive overboard with her. Right? So the wife can't do that with the kids. The husband can't do that with the kids. So know when reproof is good. When talking, I got to talk to this person. I got to come in, John blazing. I talk with my daughters, but my son, the next time his teacher called me, I can't wait. The belt is going down. Why? Because I got called 2 times. So now he knows I ain't never get to have my teacher call him no more. You see that? Time. It's not every time. And I gave him, she called twice, right? The most I speak once.
Yeah, twice.
Yeah, twice, right? So I came with the belt and said, okay, we're going to talk like men. With the belt in my hand. Now, if you don't comprehend this talk, next time it won't be a talk. It's timing. You got to know your children. But we know this. Don't be excessive. Don't be the Terminator. Finish that and then jump to the lion one. Go ahead.
Again, some man holding his
read
tongue.
it from the top. Read it again.
Ecclesiastes chapter 20, verse 1. There is a reproof that is not comely. Again, some man holdeth his tongue, and he is wise.
You know what that is telling us in all aspects? A lot of times, you might just have to listen. It might be a listening time. It might be something affecting this individual pertaining now to the child that you might have to just say, okay, tell me what's on your mind. Why are you frustrated?
But if you're beating them right after you ask the question, they ain't gonna tell you nothing.
They ain't gonna tell you nothing. And then sometimes it ain't time for that. So with Quadashaya, I might have sat here and said, hey, what's the problem? Nothing. What's the problem? Nothing. Because she doesn't want to be the talker, right? What's going on with you? Tell me why you're crying. Well, you're making me mop so many times. Well, Shariah might come back and say, what's going on? Well, it don't matter. Go do what I tell you to do. Why? Because Shariah is not Quadashaya. Quadashaya doesn't talk. If any best day of the week, I can get Shariah to talk my ear to death. You know what I mean? That's just their personalities. So certain methods are used with each one. Everybody's not the same. We become all things to all men, right? To win them over in Christ. So you got to learn that in your household, right? Go ahead, read where you at.
Verse.
No.
Go to Ecclesiastes 4, verse 4:30. Ecclesiastes is 4:30.
Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 30.
Go ahead.
Be not as a lion in thy house.
Be not as what?
A lion in thy house.
Yeah, because a lion sees that prey, he just want to kill. Kill. Murder. There's no balance. There's no balance. A lion is a brute beast animal. So it's saying don't be a beast in your house. Don't be overpowering, overmastering. You know, again, if your husband lays down the punishment for the children because they made a mistake, you don't got to come behind him and then add 3 more punishments on top just in the name of discipline. That's overboard. That's being a lion in the house. We got to find solutions on how to make our kids successful and not further their withdrawal from us.
There you go.
We don't want to further the fact that they pull back. And now it's like, what's going on? Nothing. I just can't wait to move out your house. I'm gonna do everything that you do. I'm gonna do all the dishes. I'm gonna do all the chores. But I just can't wait to move the hell out. For what? All you're doing is setting them up for failure. They're gonna move out with no discipline, with no sense of self, with no know-how. They're gonna move out, get evicted, be back in your house the next week, the next month. Like, yeah, I just can't wait till you move out again. Now you can't move in because you moved out. Right. You see how that vicious cycle? Read it again.
God, be not as a lion in thy house, nor frantic.
No, what?
Frantic.
Yeah, a lot of us parents get frantic.
Yeah, you're emotional. You pulling out your hair. You know
I just don't know what to do.
Yeah,
teacher.
You're crying. You're crying. You're spitting up, and the thing is this. See, with you kids, for y'all that don't have that in your household, see how much good it is. But you got parents that lose their damn mind. You know, when I whoop my kids, I understand now. I don't whoop them with anger. I whoop them with love. It's all love in that belt. You understand? It's not, I've been waiting. I'm going to take out work. I'm going to take out arguments. I'm going to take out everything on you.
You like Melvin? You like Melvin and Baby Boy?
Yeah.
Man, I told these little dudes.
Yeah.
And you just,
yeah.
And you punching them through tables.
There's parents that do that.
Or you take out your frustrations on the other parent because they're not disciplining on the level you think they should be, or they're not on your level. Again, if I'm going at Noah, or if I'm going at my daughter about something, I don't expect my wife to walk in and Terminator Part 2 and be more on top of them. I expect her to come back and be the one that talks.
Yeah.
Or if she has to whoop Noah, I'll go in and say, see, you see why you got whooped, right? And he'd be like, or I'm like, I'll go and I'll talk to him. I said, what happened? He's like, I watch TV. And I'm like, well, what'd you do? He's like, well, I didn't clean my room. I'm like, well, that's why you got to clean your room, bro.
Right. So, and then you're not going in and going against the council.
And going against the council. A division.
There's supposed to be unity in the house. They're not supposed to be good cop, bad cop, discord, chaos, the lion, excessiveness. It's supposed to be a balance to where you come in and somebody's the talker, somebody's the calm, and somebody's the enforcer.
Yeah.
And it might switch.
It does. I know in my household it does.
It might switch at times.
It has to, because if a parent is doing discipline in the moment, you don't got time to think, like, am I going to be the good cop?
Right.
Or am I going to be the bad cop? You're just disciplining. But I got to be aware, communication. Okay, what punishment did you do? Well, you already beat him, so I'm not going to, listen, I grew up in a Benjamin house where you got beaten 4 or 5 times for the same thing. That made you not want to even mess up, but it made you not want to admit when you messed up. I remember getting beat by my grandma, then my pops would come right behind, whoop me, stepmoms come right behind, whoop me. I'm like, bruh, now I'm the most sneakiest kid alive. I'm like the problem child. Was I bad as hell? Hell yeah! I was bad. But guess what? I hit it. I was the most brightest, beautiful child in front of my parents, but let them not be around, bruh. See, I was rude as hell and bad.
Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child. And you see how we grew up. Like I looked at my kids, I said, you see that extension cord on the ground there?
Oh yeah,
that's what I used to get whipped with. You guys get, I count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 slashes, right? But you got,
my mom.
it's like a contract. I got like, okay, you're only gonna get 4 lashes. We would be,
you dancing. Put your arm down. And you get hit with a damn hanger.
It's like you was in the air all the time, getting whooped in the air like eggs.
Bam.
What's the song we talking about? It's real though. We used to catch it. Anything that was in arm's reach, if you talk back, boom, fly to the face.
Ninja moves.
Yeah, bam.
Yeah.
It was so bad too. Like my mom used to have a saying. You probably heard it: Peter paper Paul and Paul paper
Paul. Yeah.
And
oh yeah.
Everybody's about to get whooped. If one person gets something, and then my dad used to have a saying too. Used to be like, trying to explain yourself. And you talk to me after I beat her.
Right.
Like, it's no point in talking.
Right.
Yeah, but you don't get it either way. But that,
but they were unbalanced parents.
They were unbalanced. But and the thing is, if you bring that because you got parents that are strict, you got parents that are disciplinaries, and they discipline their kids. But guess what? We weren't taught the right way to do that. We were taught the unbalanced way. We were taught that a whooping was about everything. Yeah. Everything you did, you had to get smacked or beat. Yeah. It wasn't no threatened. It was like, man, like my grandma, bro, she was the biggest woman in the world, it felt like. And if you looked at her wrong, she would uppercut you down the steps. All Benjamite. You know, she did not play. But then my grandpa was the one that didn't say a word. He would just sit there and be like, He wouldn't say nothing. He was one of them guys that didn't talk. So she did all the talking, all the beating, and then he wouldn't even be the balance to say, okay, well, you know why that happened? He would just nothing. Yeah. And then my dad, he picked that up, but then when he got into his rages, oh yeah, come on. That belt, he had like little eagles on his belt. That'd be on you. I remember so many beatings, man. It was bad. But the point is, it's not about the beatings, it's about the balance. It's about understanding and being unified as parents that if I'm going to do this with the kids and discipline them, don't pile up on top because you don't want the kids to look at their life as I'm in hell. It's all about discipline. Remember, the kids are kids. They got to be able to have some fun. They got to have a little bit of leeway to make their mistakes and learn from their mistakes. And we, you know what it is? It's a gauge for us to see, okay, are you getting this? Yeah. Do you have the fear of the Most High? Do you care about your future?
Let me get this one quick. Job 31:6. Then go to Proverbs 16:11. Did you finish that? A line in the house?
He did.
Okay. Job 31:6.
Job chapter 31 and verse 6.
Just write what he's saying. Go ahead.
Let me be weighed in even balance.
See, this is Job praying to the Most High. He's saying what?
Let me be weighed
in
an even balance.
Isn't that what we all want? If the Most High is the Father of spirits and He knows how to weigh us in an even balance and be merciful, you have to understand that balance in your household. In an even balance. Not too much to the right, not too much to the left. Go ahead.
God, that the Most High may mind iniquity.
But that the Most High may know my integrity. That's why when you read, stop writing, stop highlighting, stop doing anything. Read.
God.
Go ahead.
That the Most High may know my integrity.
Right. So, when you, as a father, as a mother, you know how to balance it out to know the integrity of your child. So you can weigh it out. I came in with the belt. I said, you know what? We're going to talk to them. We're going to see where this goes. Because I want to weigh out the integrity and look at them in their eyes and see if they're being sneaky and corrupt. Then, if they are, and they're not real talking, then we can go ahead and get that out of them with some screams, yelling and crying. But if they're ready to talk, then you can get out of them and get into their mind. So you got to know, you got to be able to weigh in the balance your children to know where their integrity stands. Yeah.
No, it's just like you said, like with the phone thing, right? It's like even my daughter. She get the phone. I don't get her phone, run through it. What are you doing? Who are you talking to? Only once in a while I say, let me see your phone real quick, just to maintenance.
Right.
And I'll say, okay, wait, you got Facebook. Who told you to get that? Delete that. Oh, you got this? Delete that. But it's not an every single day thing. Like, give me your phone. It's not even a monthly thing. It's not even an every 2-month thing. But then now, what am I? Because in my mind, I'm like, she has integrity.
Right.
In my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
She's a responsible young adult. In my mind. But then when you mess up,
you lose that.
You lose that benefit.
You lose that trust in your parents, and that's where the children have to understand that this is how the Most High told us to deal with you. When He said beat him, he shall surely not die. That's the truth. But the parents knowing when to beat him. Because if you spare the rod, you spoil the child. A lot of times you need to beat them on their sides. They will not die. So this is the application, and we as parents should get better at applying and not being excessive. Proverbs 7, Psalms. No, go to Proverbs 16 and 11. And then let me just hit these two real quick after this one. Proverbs 16 and 11.
Proverbs chapter 16, verse 11.
Uh-huh.
A just weight and balance are the Lord's.
And this is a common one with us here. A just weight and balance are the Lord. Meaning that you can't be a lion, you can't be overboard. It's got to be a just balance in your household. So whoever, it should be the husband that is establishing that balance. The wife, the woman is supposed to be following. She's supposed to be following the direction. I mean, we're not going to turn this into a woman class. The Most High said of God, Christ, man, and woman. The woman should be following the structure of the husband. And that don't mean in my household, I ask my ribs, I'm like, what do y'all think? And I hear what they think, I hear what they're saying, and then I make the judgment. That don't mean like it's always going to be my way. But they know the leadership is supposed to be the husband. He's the president, we're the COOs, right? And then the kids, they're on fries. Damn. So
burger flip. No, they're on mopping.
They're on mopping. So there's a structure that has to be in the household. It got to be established by the word and wisdom of the Most High. So the women, you can't come in trying to judge or tell your husband what the hell balance needs to be applied where. Let him apply that. You're the emotional one. That's why there's no balance applied.
As soon as you hear them cry, you're like, no, don't beat him.
Yeah.
Like he got one hit. And
yeah,
he's acting out because you're there. Like I gotta, it's like you gotta remember the kids act out depending on who's around.
Yeah, mom's around.
Yeah, like, let me cry harder.
Or sometimes dad, I don't like whipping my kids, but I'm like, they need it. You know what I mean? But
I'm real. Yeah, I don't like doing it either, but I threaten it a lot. Like,
man,
let me get that belt.
That's what I
have to.
Threatenator.
Yeah, but when I have to, it's like, damn, you pushed me to this point, bro. We talk. My son is able to comprehend, even at his young age. Like, okay, he got easy to clean your room, wipe off the toilet seat when you use it because he's young and he got to learn that. But when he don't want to do those things, it's like, okay, bro,
it's time.
Let's. I'm gonna help you. And then you get distracted. Now I gotta whoop you back on track real quick, and then he'll perform real quick.
Because you don't want that rebelliousness and stubbornness to settle in. Finishing it out, go to back to Ecclesiastes 12, verse 1. And this is a reminder to the children. This is coming back, reminding the children. We got a lot more, but it's already 9:20. It's gonna be 9:20.
Shemai one's ready.
But read that. Ecclesiastes 12, verse 1.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1.
Go ahead.
Y'all got it?
Beating them up like a nature.
Y'all got it? Okay, let's try it again. Y'all got it?
Good.
Okay, go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth.
When do you got to remember him?
In the days of thy youth.
The Most High wants you to remember the Creator now. Because once you are out of your parents' hands, woe be he that falls in the hands of the Lord. You don't want the Most High to correct you. You don't want the Most High to deal with you. Because now he lets your own wickedness correct you. Y'all got to see that. Because if you ain't listening to your mom and dad and you ain't listening to the prophets, now you got to deal with the world. Go ahead.
While the evil days come not.
Yeah, you got to listen now. You better look around in the world. We need to let y'all just watch daily news. Y'all watch the local news. You see how much death, kidnaps, shootings. It's bad.
I mean, y'all got phones. Y'all see all the Amber Alerts that happen.
Yeah.
All the kidnappings. Y'all, that should spark something in your head. What are these kids doing?
Go ahead.
Nor the years draw near.
Read.
When thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them.
Yeah, like what are you going to wait on? What are you waiting on? Now's the time you children have to be conscious that the Most High is trying to warn you. You don't know where your life is going to end up. Go ahead.
Verse 2. While the sun, or the light, or the moon, or the stars be not darkened.
Right. Bruh, now's the time, because there'll be a time when you're going to pay for what you've done. the consequences will come back. Go ahead.
Nor the clouds return after the rain.
Right. So go from there. Go to Proverbs 5 and 11.
Yeah, it's like I look back as a kid when they were like, go take a nap, go take a nap, go take a nap, and now I want one. Now I wish I could take a nap but now I have all these responsibilities. It's like the parents are telling you things. We tell you things for your benefit. Do it now while there's time. Get to know the Most High now when there's time, because what happens with the Most High comes tomorrow and you caught up in Snapchat,
right.
Caught up in Instagram,
yep.
Caught up in your friends and what they're doing and what they're saying, caught up in the whack music that y'all mess with.
And the Most High knows the secrets of your thoughts.
Yeah.
He knows your thoughts. You might not be telling, but who's there? Who's there when you sleep and when you're quiet in your head? That's the Most High. So you can be hiding these things, but you're destroying yourself. Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 5, verse 11.
And then give me Timothy 4, 13. 4 and 12. Go ahead.
And thou mourn at the last.
Yeah, you know what he's saying? Because you didn't listen and you didn't hear, you're going to mourn and cry at the last. Damn, I wish I listened to wisdom. Now I got hit with this, I got hit with that, I got punished with this circumstance, this situation I got put in.
When thy flesh and thy body are consumed.
Go ahead.
Damn.
And say, how have I hated instruction?
Yeah, you cannot let that spirit of rebelliousness to where you start hating instruction. Go ahead.
And my heart despise reproof.
Yeah, then your mind, you start to despise and look down at correction. Right? Your parents telling you the right thing, brothers telling you the right thing. You don't want to hear that. You despise reproof. Go ahead.
And have not obeyed the voice of my teachers.
Read.
Nor inclined my ear to them that instructed me.
And where is that going to lead you? It says your flesh being consumed, death, destruction.
And I was going to say, for you kids, all you got to do is ask your parents about the things that they regret that they did.
Right.
All you got to do is just ask them. Ask them about their life and the things that they did and that they wish they didn't do. Because some of them are still paying for
sins.
Their sins.
Their own wickedness is correcting them.
That seed that they sowed, it's now they're reaping that.
Yeah.
Maybe 10 years, maybe 20 years later. Y'all got to see that. You got to ask them. Sit down with your parents and talk to them. Say, man, what are some of your regrets or some of the things you wish you would have listened to your parents on? And they'll tell you, I wish I would have did this better. I wish I would have waited on this, waited on that, not did this, not moved here, not been with this person. You got to talk to them.
1 Timothy 4, verse 12.
One of my favorite scriptures.
Yeah.
Ooh, I could.
Go ahead and read that.
1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 12. Let no man despise thy youth.
Right, and the reason why you will be despised in your youth and be called a gremlin is following gremlins. To be looked down upon and to watch a 16-year-old get shot in the back of the head is because the cop despised the youths. They don't give a damn how young you are. They're looking at, wow, this guy's a beast. Pants sagging, still in Swisher Sweets from the store.
Swisher Sweet cigarella.
So what did they do to Mike Brown? Was it Mike Brown?
Yeah.
He shot him in the back of the damn head. He was how?
16.
He was young, 16 years old.
17, man.
But why? Because the despising of the youth. Because when they look at the young black and Hispanic youth, come on, let's be real. They acting like priests and prophets, the holy people, the kings of the earth. No, the scripture says they hiss and they wag their head at our children. They hiss and they wag their head at the children of Israel. They're looking at you, who you gonna thieve, or you gonna play the knockout game, right? Or you're gonna come together and form a group of young girls to see who can get pregnant in this school year. Y'all remember that? Huh? Y'all don't remember that? The pregnancy pact that they were doing a few years back. Yeah, they had a pregnancy pact, and all these Jews, young black women, man, kids, pregnant. Why? Because they made a pact to see who could get pregnant. See, but that's what the nations are seeing. They're not looking at you like, oh, you light skin, you dark skin. They're looking at you as a nigga, a spick, a spook, and a wetbag. And you're going to carry and walk like that. And they despise your youth.
And you young girls, they look at y'all as little sex toys.
Yep. They
look at you, why do you think they kidnapping y'all? And you little boys, they looking at y'all for your organs.
Wow.
Yeah. Come on, think about the black kids they done found with their organs ripped out.
Wow.
That's what they look at y'all as, donors.
Wow.
And bed warmers. That's what you're looked at. You're not looked at as the daughters of Zion. You're not looking at the future princes and kings of the earth.
That's how they think about us. Not if you let your youth be despised.
Right. Not if you sit on Snapchat, social media, listen to the bad, vain friends.
Yeah.
Not if you do those things. You do those things, that's what you're gonna, you know why? Because that's what you amount to.
Right.
That's what you amount to. So they look and say, oh yeah, look, see, we told you. We told you what Snapchat and social media was gonna do to them. It was gonna turn them dumb.
Yeah.
It was gonna keep them like children.
Go ahead.
But be thou an example of the believers.
You see, you guys, you children, your kids got to start learning. You got to be an example. You know better. That's the whole thing. And you know what your parents are teaching you is right. I'm going to say it again. Your dad's not a drunk, a dope head, a drug dealer. Right? You got good parents that are there for you, trying to guide you, help you, be with you. See, so there's no reason for you to despise their reproof of wisdom. Go ahead.
In word, in conversation.
See, it starts with the words that come out of your mouth. You don't supposed to be on social media, coming here saluting brothers, and on social media, you're a little niglet. You're a little crispy niglet talking and acting like a goon or a goon. You don't supposed to be do that. In the way you speak, you're supposed to be holding the standard of a respectful, intelligent individual. A respectful Israelite. Go ahead.
In charity.
Right, in charity, in love towards each other. You look at these Snapchats, you talking to you, well, yeah, I don't like her. Like, you don't like the sister in the school? What the hell is your problem? Why? You got demons on you because you talking to each other like that. Go ahead.
In spirit.
Right, in spirit, the spirit of the Most High. Go ahead.
In faith.
Go ahead.
In purity.
And see, you're supposed to be pure. Pure ain't just, oh, I'm a virgin. That ain't pure.
I look pure.
Pure is a spirit. There's a thought process. That's why nowadays you can have virgins, but their spirit is tore up. It's diluted. It's destroyed. Purity is what the Most High wants in the spirit and in the flesh. Go ahead.
Verse 13.
Uh-huh.
Till I come, give attendance to reading.
Right. Do what?
Give attendance to reading.
No. Be on Facebook.
Give attendance to reading.
Snapchat.
Give attendance to reading.
Wait, oh, I am reading. I'm reading Harry Potter.
I'm reading Instagram.
I'm reading give me another. What am I reading?
Vampire Diaries.
Vampire Diaries. I'm reading that. I read the whole 10 books of Narnia.
The Death Book or Death Notebook.
Right. It said give attendance to reading the Bible, the scriptures. Like I tell kids, this is, Con, you can read all those books, that's fine. But this is what the book of the mind is about. How are you going to get your thoughts and your spirit right and learn how to please the Most High? This is the main book. Go ahead.
To exhortation.
Right.
To doctrine.
Right. To exhorting. You're supposed to be listening to your parents exhorting and reaching out to you and spending those moments of time to say, baby, look, this is what I'm trying to show you. Give attendance to that. Go ahead.
Neglect not the gift that is in thee.
Yeah, because the Most High gave y'all a gift. He gave you your parents that has the wisdom and knowledge. A lot of kids don't got that out there. You know what they got? Parents on dope, drugs, gangs, all that. You know the ones you meet at school and they're like, yeah, my mom, my dad, they broke up, FML. While you're just joking, they're for real. While you're just making something up because you don't want to let them know you're Hebrew Israelite, your family's like this, they're for real. They're really like, damn, yeah, my mom is not there. My dad is not there.
Or when you fronting on social media, sending half-naked photos, And they're really doing it because they're really in that mind. Where you know better. You know you shouldn't be in that mind. You know the difference between right and wrong. And you know the consequences thereof. They don't know the consequences. Because they don't got this wisdom. They don't got nobody telling them, hey, when you do this, this is what's going to happen. They just think that, hey, this is what everybody does.
Yep.
So when you fronting and doing that, and they really living that life,
yeah,
you got to see, man. You got to see what you really have with your parents and that guidance.
So that's it on that class. Anybody had any questions? No? Okay, does anybody got any questions online? Okay, so we're going to be here in the morning, of course, for Sabbath morning class 10. Any reminders? No? Okay, sisters, any reminders? Anything we got going on? We need to let them know?
Yeah, the hot plates, I forgot to mention this. The hot plate tomorrow after class, gumbo, I'm in there.
Israelite gumbo.
Israelite gumbo. Yeah.
Listen, who did gumbo? Who did that?
What do you mean you did it?
Oh, you cooked it?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, there's no crawdads or like that up in there. So, damn.
All right. If that's it. A reminder, once again, for the alms, for the rent for the school, please. For y'all that already got it in, thank you. But for everybody else, please get it in. All right? Everybody, let's salute them. Say shalom, y'all. Shalom. We'll see y'all in the morning.
Jesus is real, but you devils taught lies on Christ. So many lies that when we come with the truth, people think that the lies is the truth and that the truth is the lie.
Who changed the truth for God into a lie? In English, Jesus Christ, in Hebrew, is Yahweh Shai.